What's up, everybody? I always make it back to my seat like right by the time the song ends. It's kind of funny. I guess I have subconsciously just got the timing down. Happy Friday. Might be a little bit confusing for some people, so we'll see who trickles in. I think the notifications I had messed up. I thought I had the notification on right, and then it wasn't, so I had to create a new one instantly. YouTube has this weird thing where it only allows you to get, it sends out only 3 notifications, so it's a little weird stuff going on with that. But anyways, welcome back, everybody. Hopefully everything's going well, and as always, we'll see who's coming in to have a little chat. I really, man, as always, I'm Jay. Don't forget to throw away your feelings, open your minds, and question your beliefs. So here we are, another Stream Friday. Last, was it Tuesday? Was pretty decent. And I don't know. We had some decent talks, some interesting talks. So that was cool. None of my Christian friends like the questions I've been asking them. Yeah, what's the what do you think's the best question you've asked of late? Let's share that. They're asking about the stream. Oh yeah, Friday's the earlier day because I like to kind of get my work done on Friday and then just be able to go chill later in the day. I was just talking about that with my wife. It's just like, yeah, I do want to go just have some fun today instead of always. And don't get me wrong, a lot of my fun comes with this. I enjoy like listening to videos and then wanting to react to them. So I'm not saying this isn't fun, but sometimes I just want to go play some League of Legends or something. Yeah, I'm probably aging myself right there. But I've been playing UFC 6. I suck at fighting games. I suck really bad. I don't know. I guess I'm not good at combos. It's the only thing I can think of. Oh, let me make the big Voodoo Ninja link in case some people want to chat. I don't plan on being here long. I know I always say that, and then you guys always get me to stay here for at least a couple hours. But the plan is hit up an hour, see where we're at the hour mark, and then go from there. I said I was gonna go have some fun, but I'm like I forgot I had this video I'm actually about to be working on too. So that'll be part excuse me. That's gonna be part of my fun. You guys got any big weekend plans? So I wanna just create a new room, I guess. No password. Guest can see the director, but no other guest video. Yeah, let's do that. Be performing as well. Yep, let's do that. I think I do that. Cool. Got my room set up, ready for action. Once people start trickling in, I might get a little YouTube game going here while we wait. As of right now, man, just hanging out until we see if somebody wants to come have a little chat. I said I saw Jesus. Would they believe me? Oh, if you saw Jesus, would they believe you? Is that what were we? I feel like we were discussing that, or I asked somebody that the last time I streamed, or something like that. Maybe I'm wrong. It's possible. All right, let me move that over there. I did not post the backstage link, so let's do that. I'm a little off my game, a little bit. Pin that comment. There we go. It won't let me pin more than one comment, which is weird. It's like, this is my stuff, bro. So yeah, Fridays a little bit earlier until push to do otherwise, right? Let's just say our channel just blows up one day and then I'm just doing this all the time, then yeah, of course, I'd be streaming longer. But to keep my sanity, I gotta work it out a little bit different. Let me know what you guys did you see the video for today? That guy's channel popped up in my feed, what, a day or so ago? And I think the thumbnail, like when you go to the channel, the thumbnail is like, see this and then see God, right? So I was just like, all right, you got me, bro. You clickbaited me. You clickbaited me. So I watched it. I thought it was interesting. He's a good presenter. So, and you guys know anytime I can talk about Job, I sure will. Any chance I get to ask some questions about Job, I will do that. All right, let's look at the games. Yeah, and it's okay. I sometimes, whoever was messaging me in the Discord, obviously you're not here, but you heard this on the recording, hopefully. It's all right. I don't expect like Fridays. It's a little tough for some people because I know it's early. So it's all good. I just like to stick to my schedule until I change it up. Let's see. Cyber Arena. I kind of like this little stupid mafia game. Let's do Backrooms, the Playground. Let's do that. Don't know what the hell this is going to be. Let's see. Bookmarks don't show. All right. Let's go to my screen. Window capture. Oh, I still have the screen is saved from the last conversation I had. It's really funny about the Artemis missions. I still can't believe our lady Nafisha said no moon landing. This is kind of hard to control. Supposed to be like back rooms. Oh crap! It scared me. Conspiracy theories. Hey, Weeping Spirit, welcome back. How you doing? Good to see you. What is that? Do I grab that? Oh yeah, it says get the ducks. What's one man's conspiracy theory is another man's truth. Isn't that funny? Oh crap, that scared me. I don't think that was supposed to scare me though. Oh, that's scary. That scared me. It did. Yeah, doing good. I just got another kid off to college, so that's awesome for me. That's creepy, man. One more down. I just realized I can't see the Discord. Hold up. Let's see. Okay. Trying to figure out what I'm gonna do after we're done here. I do want to go get my butt whooped in UFC 6 a little bit. Hey, what's up, James? Thanks, man. Appreciate it. We will keep improving. Every critique I take, I take into account. Every compliment, I still critique it. So I think we have a lot more room to improve and get better. So that's what we'll do. Welcome. All right, let's go back. Currently, we have nobody. Why is that thing following me? Get away, bro. This is so hard to move in, by the way. Want to take a good faith interlock. I have an objective morality. Oh, so you're gonna convince me that morality is objective? That'd be a cool little chat. I don't mind that. You can click that Discord link if you want to join the Discord, and then I have a second option if the Discord doesn't work. Excuse me. So you're the atheist. That might be less interesting. I don't know, but I mean, I don't mind chatting about it. You guys don't forget to click your buttons. Had somebody in the comments like, "Click your buttons." I think they were just messing with me, but it was kind of funny. What do you mean, click your buttons? There's a guy I used to watch that he would say that. I can't remember who it is. I think it was Nice or something. League of Legends. He'd be like, "Everybody, click your buttons," but it wasn't about it was about League of Legends. Click your buttons. I think that's what it is. Yeah. So that's not mine. I stole that one. What up, Pry or Pyro? I was just watching this guy named Pry for UFC, trying to learn UFC, man. Trying to get better at UFC. I can't do the clicking, man. I don't know what's up. Yeah, just tell your boss you gotta take a little break. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Just kidding. All right, I don't like this game. Um, don't like it. All right. See, like they made this picture look all cool. Oh, you guys can't even see my mouse. You call Monday. That's what's up, man. Let's do Stealth Ninja. Go. Oh, this like old school type game. Got him. Got him. Buck, you're always welcome to call. Well, while we're waiting, does anybody have any interesting plans coming up? Going to see any concerts, anything like that? Oh, got me. Wait, why didn't I die? Oh, shit. Okay. Oh, there's a stealth meter. I didn't even see that. Why am I sucking all of a sudden? Probably because I'm doing it on purpose. Huh. Huh. He won't die. All right, there it goes. Yeah, but objective, I would be glad to if you're gonna. Nah, bruh. No mortgage paying over here. All right, I don't like this game either. I know it's tough. Like I said, I just the last Tuesday was some interesting conversations. Okay, that's all I'll say on that. Got to pay my own stuff over here, man. Hey, what up? What up? What up? It's been we're just chilling at the moment. It's been like a little chill zone at the moment. So said Friday, I get it's a little tougher for some people. A little earlier. But in reality, what I should do is this. Because usually I have this thing auto submit. T Jedits, did I say that right? With the $10 super chat. Holy crap. Thank you. What up, Jay? I'm at work, so I can't call in. But what are your thoughts on concept of sin and how it pertains to your views on addiction recovery? Um, if you're saying sin as in what the Bible says, I wouldn't agree that there is sin. If you mean I guess saying in that, because sin means you're doing something wrong. I wouldn't necessarily say because you have an addiction that you are necessarily purposely doing something wrong. I would take it as, are you harming anyone first? Because then we can talk about, should somebody be able to harm themselves. uh I think you would have to allow people to harm themselves, to be honest. So it's kind of weird how that works, because I don't think we should be taking away people's free will, and they shouldn't be able to take away others. So I think I got a little off track there. But anyways, so it would depend, right? Are you addicted to harming people? Are you addicted to what are you addicted to? Um I don't think recovery requires you to down yourself as well. And sin is kind of used as, sin has a bad connotation to it, as far as like you are not a good person. So there are things that would be considered sins that I don't consider sins, and there are things that I consider wrong that aren't considered sins. Um, that's okay. We got another way of joining. So this, you can use this link. Let me know if that answered your question, TJ. And if not, obviously you can just I'll expand a little more. Actually, I don't think it answered your question, but I think it might make you ask another question, right? Because we really have to decide on what you even mean by sin. If we're just talking about the whole subjective, like, hey, I disagree with that. Some people say those are sins. I don't think, I don't know, a sin doesn't really make sense to me. There we go. We got somebody here. One moment. Hello? Hold on, I'm not hearing you. Not hearing you. So 1 second. All right, let's
I
try it
don't see
now.
you yet.
There we go. I hear you.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, my video is on the stream, so it doesn't show on this end.
Oh, okay. Right
How's it
on.
going,
Right on.
brother?
Yeah, I was going to just see if you wanted to discuss objective morals, and I have an atheistic perspective, an argument that I've been running. So I think it puts atheists in a better position because quite often subjective morals is quite controversial in that arena. So if you want to hear it.
Yeah, go ahead. I'm actually curious. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Okay. So it's modus totem. It's P1. If objective morals exist, they extend from agency. That's P1.
Okay.
The P2. Objective morals do exist. Therefore, they extend from agency. P3. Agency is defined by sentience, autonomy, consent, and self-governance. Conclusion: any sentient agent with self-governance, autonomy, or consent has a right to objective morals. Therefore, they have to extend that right to others.
Sorry, hold on. I definitely think I got what you're saying. Let me try to explain it back to make sure.
Yeah.
So how can I dumb it down here? The fact that
Yeah, it's got to be dumbed down.
yeah, for sure. Like I don't mind those, but
Yeah.
I like to dumb it down.
No, I don't take insult at that.
The fact that here, I guess this is what I would hear. I'm gonna say it, see if you agree.
Sure.
Like because and this is going to when I was getting out of Christianity and I had to attach on to something. So
Sure.
the
Yeah.
phrase of "we're all made in God's image" I changed
Right.
into "we're all conscious beings." And
Yeah.
being a conscious being, you have no right to take that away from another. It's like in that kind of way.
You're,
Like
you are right there with me then. Like this is the argument for objective morality. Is the fact that you are an agent and conscious is enough for you to acknowledge that alone is sufficient for objective morality.
yeah, and I would agree. Like no matter how we would phrase that, I just phrased it in a different way. If I was speaking to anyone and they kind of said that, I would think we were on the same page. Because I think that's what the Bible and in other religions are trying to do, and it's already there. And then that's why these books were
Not
created.
really.
Like, well, the when I
Not really.
my point on this
That's
part is
why.
this. Sorry, this part, real
Oh, sorry.
fast.
My bad.
No, you're okay. Though, real fast. I'm saying that is why we made those books. We were trying to
Sure.
figure out.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. Like, not that they're true or anything like that. I'm saying that's why we created them,
Right.
because we had that feeling that is, hey,
So
you're conscious. Go ahead. Yeah.
the golden rule lacks efficacy for objective morality in a way that this position does not.
Oh,
So
okay.
this
Go ahead. Explain that
position,
one. Yeah.
yeah. So this position, so the golden rule is treat others as you would treat yourself. The reason that doesn't work, and the reason that this does work, is because as an agent, I have to assume that any desire that I have is it cannot be expressed if I have to uh, take away somebody else's agency. So I can have all the freedom in that I want to do anything I want at all, except if it infringes upon another person's agency. And if you extend that, you have objective morality because nobody can infringe upon any other's agency. And what doesn't work in the golden rule is that do unto others as you'd have done to yourself only thinks about yourself. With agency, you're extending agency beyond yourself. You're saying, I have agency, but my agency isn't limited to my own domain. Agency is extended beyond myself to anyone who is a free agent. That's why the golden rule doesn't work, and that's why this does work.
Yeah, I like that explanation on the golden rule, because that's usually where we all go to. Like, no, that's the best one ever, right?
Yeah. It sounds cool. It sounds like it makes sense. The problem is that if you're a serial killer, if you're Jeffrey Dahmer, then it does. How does that work?
Yeah, you're okay with being killed.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. But agency extends outward because you can't determine what another agent wants.
Yep.
You have to just extend the freedom that you want for yourself as a free agent to every other free agent. And so it doesn't matter what your desires are or what their desires are. Everybody has objective morality because you extend agency to everyone.
I like that. I don't think I have many issues with that. I'll have to sit on it some more and kind of play out some scenarios. But
I think it works. I think it works for atheists for objective morality, and I think we should adopt it because it's really it's a no-brainer.
Honestly. Yeah, I don't see a problem with it. Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that. Have you tossed that around?
So do you know Ian, Objectively Ian? Or,
yep. I don't know him, but I know the channel. I don't know him.
Yeah. Okay, so Ian runs a form of this argument. He does a good job of it, extended from agency. It's oh shit, I can't remember the guy's name. Humer. There's a philosopher with the last name Humer.
Okay.
As a current, I think he's at Colorado University, but he wrote a book on reason and morality and something like that. Anyway, I think he runs this argument, and it's legitimately convincing.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna look that up. Reason and morality. Yeah. Okay.
Humer, I think how you spell his last name is Heumer. It's not like the common humor, but I think his name's Michael Humer. But
it's coming up already. Yep.
Okay, yeah. But he runs a really convincing argument. So I highly recommend that.
Yeah, I'm going to look into this and read into that. Thanks, brother. What's your name?
Awesome.
What? I'm sorry, what was the name? What was your name?
Oh, I'm James.
James, I'm Jay. Okay, man. Nice to meet you, brother. Thanks for calling in.
Hey, man. It's a pleasure, man. I've been following your channel for a little bit, seeing your content and stuff you're creating. It's really great. You're doing a great job at, yeah, man. I think it's great. Yeah, you're doing awesome, man.
Thanks. We're gonna keep improving, brother. I appreciate you.
All right, dude.
All right, thanks, man. Yep. Peace. Yeah, that was a good one. Yeah, I don't mind those. Like, we all should be trying to help each other think better, man. So I really enjoy that. Like, hey, let me just share something with you. Like, you might not agree, but it'll help you think about it or whatever. We just happen to agree. He could have said something that I didn't agree with, but I don't know. I love people that are really open and willing to share information with each other. Right? We had a little almost disagreement. We talked it out and figured it out, and that's just the truth of the matter, man. This is a very complex thing that we're trying to figure out, and this is why we made up religions. And all I am trying to do is get the people that are still religious to realize this. There's nothing weird going on that people are trying to move away from religion. That is the process. Let the process work itself out. And start letting go of these old things, because we're really not destroying the humanity part. We're building on top of what we've learned about humanity. And religion at one point in time could have been the thing that was needed. Now it is time for us to start thinking beyond that and start using what we've learned from that last experiment and get to the next experiment for humanity. And I don't know, I didn't mean to get in the preachy mode right there, but I really hope people can take that to heart, that don't think that you're dying. I know I understand how it feels like you could be drowning when your culture is changing in a way, right? But it's okay, man. We just have to figure it out. These questions have been going on forever, right? These people back then, 3,000 years ago, 4,000 years ago, were having the same questions as us, trying to figure out the same things as us, and they came up with their conclusion. It's time for us to move to our conclusion so we can help the next generations find their conclusion, right? We can't keep holding on to these past things. We have to have learned. We can't go back, right? I don't know. I'm really passionate about that. We can't go back, guys. Like right now, we have a society that's trying to go back, and that scares me so much. Like we cannot go back, guys. We have to move forward. Like we have to move forward, guys. I hope everybody understands that. We can't be trying to live like people 3,000 years ago. Yeah, we got we got to go forward, guys. Hey Zeb, what up, man? Let me catch up with some people. Say hello. Heretic, what's up? Da, da, da. Oh, Karuku, this is the first time you missed the start, man. Usually you're one of the first. Usually one of the first. Anyways, lines open. If anybody wants to chat, we have the Discord link. Try that first. If you can't get in the Discord link, I do have another link for you. So if you're willing to come chat right now, it's I couldn't think of a topic, so it's just open God talk. Whatever God subject you have or something that ties back to God, here's your time to come chat with me. If you've been watching some of my videos just waiting for the chance to get at me, now's your time. Uh, Friendlies, I'll be honest, friendlies will get less time. Just how it's going to be. Uh, I find it so much better to talk to people that disagree with me for longer periods of time. I'm always trying to learn, so it's like just agreeing with people kind of is not as fun to me. And it's weird to me how like a lot of other people enjoy just talking to people they agree with. I don't know. That's just never been me. Like real talk, it's just never been me. I've always loved talking to people that either didn't like me. Um, when I play basketball, I loved away games. I hated home games. That's how weird I am. I loved the away games. They're so fun to me. Let's see. Play some dominoes in this bad boy. Oh, never mind. You guys can't even see this. All right, we can't play that one. Oh, never mind. Hold on. That's fine. Let's go like this. Okay, I think we're good. Yeah, I mean, I'm think I'm pretty friendly even when I disagree. Now, like I said, some people can't take the disagreement, so they say I'm unfriendly, but I mean, technically, I'm not being unfriendly. Some people just can't take you disagreeing with them. That's a whole nother story. That's why I lose a lot of friends, man. Because, when you first meet somebody, like you guys are both like just not sharing so much information. But I'm the type of friend that as the more and more we talk, I will know all of your secrets. Like, because I'm just going to keep getting to know you. It's not that I'm nosy, it's just I'm going to keep asking questions and getting to know you. So eventually we will hit the point to where we either really are friends and agree with each other or we don't. So it's kind of funny. I kind of find it. I find it funny. But yeah, if you talk to me long enough, we're either becoming best friends or you're probably not gonna like me anymore. Just kind of how it goes. Let's go right here. That's why like my circle is very small, which I like it that way. Don't get me wrong. That way, like anybody that's in my circle, I know I can call for help if I need help. Let's put it. Let's go here. Oh, I thought that might have been bad. Hey, if you got some prophecies that prove God's real, step on up. No need to type it in chat. Let's come talk about it. We'll pull up the verses. We'll pull up history, all that. Let's, come talk about it. Let's do that bad boy. Uh, what do I want to do here? I want to do that. Nice, that worked. I think. Yeah. Don't be scared, as they say. Yeah, you got a new set of dominoes? Hey, post a picture of them in the Discord. Are you in the Discord? Take a picture of them nice, clean dominoes. Hey guys, since we don't have any callers at the moment, we're almost to 5K subscribers. What we need to do, if we want more callers, I've been told this, I need you guys' help. I have a TikTok that I never use, but I think I don't know how many followers you need to be able to go live on TikTok. Is it like 500? So we're going to need to start just going to my TikTok and following it. There's not crap on it right now. I apologize, but I want to use it for lives. So there's a link somewhere. There's a link somewhere down there. I think it's in the description. So I'm being told that if I get on TikTok, I'm going to get a bunch of people. That's what I'm told. Wait, how did they score? What? They scored? Like, what did he? When did I let this dude score? 37 points. The heck? Yeah. Anyways, take a picture of your dominoes. Put them on the Discord. You're not into TikTok. That's why I have one. I just never have used it. Oh, I got 10 right there. I'm tripping. But like I said, I keep getting told, bro, you got to get your TikTok because everybody likes to talk crap on TikTok. So, what we're gonna do, man? What do you guys? 12. You could have a 2-3. That would suck. I think the best bet is, yeah. Shaming. What do y'all talk about? Shaming homeless people? What do y'all talk about? I think. Dang, you got that 0-3 up there. You guys don't forget to click your buttons. Get those likes up so YouTube knows Actually, you know what? We should probably have one more. Let's get one of those mods in here. Heretic quit. Oh, we got somebody that says slavery is good. Oh gosh. Come on up and talk, man. Let's talk about it. Patal, what I tell you about coming here without saying hello first? Come on. You've been here long enough now. Whoever's talking about slavery is I love talking about slavery. Come on. Let's go. Let's do it. Anybody want to talk about slavery? Hey, Patal, welcome back. All right, I think we got to put out our 666. Oh, they do it like this. This is the real dominoes where you can't have yeah, gotcha. This ain't the mess around rules. We got 8. Damn. Gotcha. I can't score, bro. You know what I really want to play is some chess. Anybody know a good chess site? Like, I haven't played chess in a while. I need to learn more. Submission is good. I would not say that is a good statement to just blanket it. Little chess. Little chess? Lie chess? I said little chess. Little chess. Y'all want to go play some little chess? All right, hold on, let me see. Patal, what you out there saying thank you to? I ain't gonna play nobody, man. Why you trying to beat me? I just want to play against the AI, dog. I ain't say I was good. Uh, Random correspondence, real time. Wait, what does this mean? Real time, right? Oh no, I want correspondence. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna play against the computer. Yeah, AI is strong. All right, it's all right. It's all right. I'll be looking at my stuff. I don't know. Oh, hold on. Let me change this filter. Hey, who was coming up talking about slavery? By the way, I'm waiting on you. My slave masters, come talk to me. All my people that think slavery was good, come talk, please. Yes, master. All right. Come talk to me and tell me how slavery was good. All right. I wish I was popular enough to talk to that idiot dude Matt Walsh. I just saw some stupid crap on the Civil War. Like, oh my god. I would like to hook that dude up to if there was such thing as an actual lie detector. I do not think he believes half of the crap he says, man. I really don't. I think he like it's just when you only care about money, you don't even care some of the shit that comes out of your mouth because you don't like you know how those people say they have morals. Like no, he just doesn't even have that shit. Like it's just like when you only care about how much money you can make, you will say the stupidest shit. But I wish there was some machine where we could put these people on like a lie detector. I just want to know if they really believe the shit that they're saying. But I know lie detectors really don't work. But God, I wish we could, man. Like if you make like I would, you know what? I'll sign up for that. If you make extraordinary claims and we need to put you on a lie detector, I'll do it too. If I make an extraordinary claim, I'm gonna, yeah, God, you just be on a lie detector, man. I just wonder how many people really believe some of the stuff they say. So crazy, man. Like, what's his name that says he believes in the Noah's flood? Like, I wish there was a way to like just really know if he really believes that Noah's flood and that dinosaurs were on the ark. Like, I truly wish there was a way to read people's minds. Cause some of this stuff, it's like, do you really believe that, bro? Shut up, man. You don't believe that. You know when you're kind of messing with your boys or your girls or your friends, and you know your friend, you got that one friend that just says something so ridiculous and everybody knows it's a lie. Even the friend knows it's a lie, but that's just their personality, you know? All right, let's pull somebody up. Oh, the bell. Hey, we're gonna have to give you the other link. DB Lev. I can't say that. Discord's not working for you, so go ahead and click that link, brother, sister. And then you'll jump into the other one, other chat. What does this little yellow marker mean? I don't know what this means. All right, I suck at chess. I feel like I already messed up. Can he go here? I forgot the rules. Can he can he go diagonal? I can't remember. I can't remember. Oh, he can't take me. Okay, all right. So now I have to. That's what retiring means. Okay. Hey, DB Lev, I see you in the Discord. I want to chat with you because I've been wanting to chat with you. So use that link that I put in the chat, please. It says VDO. Yeah, Ken Ham, or not Ken Ham, Kent Hovid, Hovid guy. Yeah, I don't know how to play chess. I don't. I just know some of the moves. And in this one, you don't even have to know the moves because it just tells you what you could do. But I played on the physical one, and you had to remember what each player could do. See, like I don't know what to do right now. I'm not gonna lie, I have no clue. If I put knight here, right, that protects. Should I do that? Yeah, Hovid. Like he believes like dinosaurs were on the ark. I just would love to hook that person up to a lie detector. Oh, never put the night on the rim? Oh, too late. Uh, well, you guys get to watch me get my butt whooped. How about that? Like, why did he put his king out? Or queen? What is that? A queen or a king? Wait, that's the king. Yeah, right. Oh, good. Uh, if you don't, let me just say this way: if you don't have like a Discord active account, don't use the Discord. If you want to come chat, just use this link. Only the people that know Discord use the Discord. Discord ain't that hard, but I guess a lot of people don't use it. So, anyways, the evidence. Oh, y'all talking about evolution? Yeah, we can talk about that. I'm not like no expert, but I think evolution is pretty much proven because most people, the way I see it, most people believe in. I hear this. I believe in revolution, not macro. If you believe in micro revolution, all you need is time, right? So if you believe in micro, you believe in evolution. So that's it. Problem solved. uh, you know what? Let me put a new link here. Sorry, it didn't expire, but who knows? You know, hold on. Let me click the link. Let me test what y'all saying. I'm gonna click this link. Open app. I don't know, man. The link working for me. Hold up. I don't know. Zachariah 12:10. All right, hold up. Let's try this. Let's do. I mean, either way, the other one works for sure because we had a caller, by the way. Uh, so I think I'm just gonna put that one in there. I would rather use Discord sometimes, but try that one. And if that doesn't work, we're just gonna go with the Video Ninja. Nightbot be tripping, bro. Yeah, you can invite anybody to the main Discord. All right. We're gonna look up Zachariah. Hold on. Somebody wants to look up Zachariah. Let's look it up. Zachariah, what? This better show me God, by the way. Zechariah 12:10. Bible Gateway. Is that good enough? I don't know about Bible Gateway. Let's see. All right. Here's our Zechariah, Bible Gateway. Morning of the one that they pierced. Oh, this is for prophecies? And I will pour out on the house of David and the inhabitants of Jerusalem a spirit of grace and supplication. They will look on me, the one they have pierced, and they will mourn for him as one mourns for an only child, and grieve bitterly for him as one grieves for a firstborn son. That's not what happened. How many people were grieving for Jesus when Jesus was crucified? I don't know a lot about prophecies, but I read this prophecy and it does not sound like what happened with Jesus' story. How many people mourn Jesus? And actually be very specific here. How many people that pierced Jesus mourned? Right? I can destroy prophecies without even knowing what the hell it is. Look at that. How many people that pierced Jesus actually mourned Jesus? No, the ones that pierced him did not mourn him at all. No, that's not true. That's not true. The ones that pierced Jesus, they went about their day. Nobody wrote about it. Not the people that cared about Jesus. That'd be too stupid. That's obvious, right? The people that pierced Jesus, how many of them cared? Where are those stories of the people that nailed Jesus's hands? Or sorry, where are those stories of the people that nailed him to the cross being sad, or did they just go home and eat their dinner? Yeah, I'm not even. I don't even need to change it. Like I'm saying, we can read this for what it is, and it still falls apart. This whole book falls apart when you read it. Like this book is so easy to destroy. Like I don't need to change anything. I don't even need to like do all that scholarly shit. Like just read it. That's not what happened. That the book kills itself, man. You don't even have to know anything. like really, you don't have to know crap. Like this book does it. This book itself kills itself. That's why I always like I keep everything simple. Like, the whole book is a lie, or maybe not a lie, I guess, but it just I don't know. I don't know what these people wanted to do. Let me not try to speak for these people. Like, I don't know. The book, the book was not made for us. It just wasn't. Wait, are we changing the subject now? Or are we going to talk about this still? Like I want to know how many people that pierced Jesus mourned him like one mourns only a child. Uh, like one mourns an only child. Like let's not skip. I don't let people skip over things. We're gonna focus on that. So either you admit that the people that pierced Jesus weren't mourning, or we will not move on to the next point. We will stick with that point. I'm reading this. It says, they will look on me, the one they have pierced, and they will mourn. How many of the people that pierced Jesus mourned? And then show me where they mourned. And it says they, so it's not going to be just one random person either, by the way. Oh, you're going to do it's not there? So, okay, great. All right. So you lost. If your answer is, well, it doesn't say it, no, no. We're not doing that either. I'm not going to say, well, it doesn't say it. Nope, because if I was making a point about the Bible, you would make me pull up some evidence. Like, what if I tell you, hey, Like, what if I tell you, like, hey, the whole Jesus story is fake? You're going to say, well, where's your evidence that it's fake? So, nope. I don't get to say, well, they didn't say it's not fake. So, you're not going to do that here either. Nope. Not happening. Not happening. Oh, don't do the calm down thing. I thought we were having a good discussion. I find that people do the calm down thing are usually the ones that aren't calm. Calm down, man. Whoa. Let me not say that. I know a lot of people that do that. I don't like it, but whatever. I don't like that whole exaggerate that somebody's being emotional thing, but I think I'm just older and that's a younger person thing. So, like, I don't know. I'm an old guy. You don't do that whole, oh, you're being emotional, man. Calm down. Like, I don't know. I'm too old for that. That's like childlike. So, oh, okay. Yeah. Talking to somebody else. That's fine. That's fine. But either way, I mean, using the calm down is like, I don't know. Unless somebody's like cussing you out, I guess. I probably still make the same statement, but it's like the person that telling somebody else to calm down usually is not the calm one. That's just kind of how I've seen things happen. You know what? I don't even know why. Bro, I feel like I should start over. Maybe I should learn. I'm going to learn. Let's learn. I already know how the moves though, right? Fundamentals. Let's start with fundamentals. All right. Yeah. That's fundamentals? Okay. Can take you. Wait, hold up. Wait, did somebody say that Iran is predicted in the Bible? What? Yeah, so the link for you is all I'm saying, man, is look, I get people want to believe in the book, but let's just not make stuff up. If it doesn't say it, because you would tell me the same thing. You would say, hey, Jay, book doesn't say that. You can't say that. If I point out something in the book and then you say something else and you can't show me where it says that, then hold yourself to the same standard. That's all. Don't move your king too early and keep your queen safe. Yeah, I know to keep the queen safe, bro. You got to keep the queen safe. Got to protect the queen. I just wish more Bible discussions or religion discussions could work that way, but unfortunately, it's very hard. Just think of it this way: if you believe in the Bible and all that, it's very difficult to be objective about it, right? So I get it. So it's hard to have truly honest conversations because the book tells you not to doubt, right? Like the book tells you not to open that door to the devil. So it's very tough. I understand, man. I'm here for you guys, but I do understand. All right. What am I supposed to be doing right now? Oh, yeah. Hang on. Oh, so this is telling me my double move. Okay. Right. So I can Wait, hold up. Which one? Yeah, I would want to capture this one, right? I don't want to go here because then I can die here. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And then obviously I want to go here so I can kill this one, right? But wouldn't that one had a move though? That would have moved. It's weird. Oh yeah, I have a video on that zombie apocalypse. That's a question that needs to be answered. Why didn't Rome or anybody in Rome, why aren't we finding stories of these zombies that took over and walked around the city and many people saw them? Many people saw them. What about that? All right, chess is something you need to play by yourself. Sorry. Yeah, I wasn't doing that fallacy, by the way. I was saying the person was doing the fallacy. I don't know if it was you or not. I am saying that it doesn't not say it. Yeah, that's all I was saying. All I'm saying is, hey, let's read the book. Whatever the book says, tank. Let's see if tank works. Hey, tank. All right, you guys just ignore the Discord link for now. Let me I don't know why it's so hard for people to use Discord. Hold on. We're just gonna get rid of Discord. Everybody, it's so funny how hard Discord is. All right, so there's a new pin comment. Just use that link. But Tank was in here in the last stream, and Tank, you just sat there forever, man. So just use the video ninja link. It's been used. Somebody used it. Somebody I've never spoken to used it, and it worked. So let's use that link now. I mean, it's okay. I'm not really talking that much shit about somebody. I just think it's funny. Like Discord is tough. Discord's tough. That's all I can say. I don't know. Discord's tough, man. All I'll say. All right, let's look for another game. Yeah, I don't. I think you can't join as guest. You have to just join, but it's all good. The other link works for sure. Kick and run. What's this? Oh, shit, hold up. Oh, I like this. All right, we're about to play this bad boy. All right, we got somebody up. 1 second. Okay. Where is it at? Control room. Boom. Hello? Hello? Testing, testing. Cannot hear you, but it says you're here. Testing. Check, check, check. Testing. I saw a camera. Why are you using the Bible to understand the future? Did I miss part of this conversation? I don't know. I like to ask people when they're saying they use the Bible for their actual everyday lives. It's like, how do you know that what they wrote down is true? All right, we lost our caller. All good. Back to kick and run. We're going to kick and run. All right. Yeah, Buck says if he can figure it out, anyone can. Tell him, Buck. I don't know about you, Tank. Last time you said in my Discord for a while, I'm going to give you a little chance, but are you just trolling me a little bit? I did a backflip. My bad, bro. Oh. I mean, we got two ways of calling in now, right? We got somebody, they're just trying to figure it out. So once they get going, we'll hear them and be ready to roll. Ooh, I'm out of orange juice. We have somebody that can predict the future with the Bible. I would like to hear that. I would like to hear that for sure. Tell me some predictions. Honestly, I think you might be trolling a little bit, but that's why I said I wish everybody that was making extraordinary claims we could put on lie detectors. Because I want to know the truth, by the way. Oh, shoot, slide down. I'm not somebody that just wants to my stuff that I believe to be true. I'm actually one of those people that I would kind of rather know the bad news. Even like some people don't even want to know the bad news; they just rather not hear it. I'm somebody that I would just rather know the damn bad news. If my belief is wrong, I have no fear of that. I 100% want to know. And if somebody tells me I am wrong, I will research the crap out of it as to where I feel like a lot of people just, nope, I believe it. I was told it. Whether I have proof or not is irrelevant. All right, we got somebody here. Let's see if their audio works. What's up, man?
Are you there? Okay.
We got
I
somebody
had a
that can
problem with
figure it
Discord.
out. Cool.
Discord. Well, I couldn't figure that out.
No, that
It's
part's cool.
it may just be user error on that. Well, I know it's user error, but am I on the screen too?
Yeah, you are.
Okay. Oh, joy. Okay, I didn't know it was gonna be on screen as well, but that's it is what it is. No, okay. My main question for you is why? Why? Why Christianity? Why are you concerned uh, with debunking or getting rid of Christianity or whatever your ultimate goal is?
That's a good question. I don't mind it. Ultimate goal is for people like me that may have been misinformed. I won't use the word lie. People have been telling me to stop using lie. May have been misinformed about what they were taught when they, from infant age until adulthood, they were never given the chance to really look at this religion or any religion in a fair way. Um, so I bring up my kids in the way that I wished my parents would have brought me up, which is I have never spoken to them about religion once. Um, I have a son that believes Jesus Christ is Lord and Savior, and I have daughters that I have no idea at the moment. And I think that is the right way to do it. So since people don't do that, I think it is up to society, period, to allow people to have the most information possible so they can choose their path. And that is my goal. It may sound way different than other people's goals that you see floating in this space, but my goal is to promote uh, finding out the truth and not just going with what you were taught. Long story,
Then why
but
not? Okay. Then why not have videos that give equal amount of positive content towards Christianity to give a balanced approach?
Um, the videos that I point out are the videos where people are saying that they know the truth. And those are the videos
Okay.
that I focus on more. So if I have someone that's on stage telling thousands of people's or of people, millions of people, however many people, honestly, the number doesn't even matter, that I have the truth, I will require evidence. And I think the people should require evidence. So like
So
somebody
that
like Frank Turk that I do a lot on, he's making
mhm.
claims that he knows the truth. And then he's condemning people as well. And then he's affecting society as well, right? So with all of those make you affect society, right?
No. What I'm talking about is
But my point
yeah.
was, what is good for me to say there? Because you asked why don't I do a
No,
positive light?
well, no. You're doing videos geared in one direction. Um,
Okay, what
you're not
positive
giving
light is
balance.
what positive thing can I say about someone saying that they know God exists?
Well, you're not. What I'm saying is, you're not really trying to give a balanced approach.
Yeah, I'm asking how I could though. I think I'm being
Oh,
balanced by just telling the truth.
well, your language is very um, revealing about the position you hold, which is you hold an atheist position. Um, or if not, then I'm not really sure what you hold to.
I hold to
You
the
certainly,
position of anybody that is claiming to know that the supernatural is true or real needs to prove
mm,
it, and it's never been proven. So I really it bugs me when people
well,
say it's been proven and then
to
there's no
say,
evidence.
see, but you can't disprove. You have
Like
the same would have the same burden of proof. You can't disprove it.
no, I disagree. So how I work with that is I would get with you. What's your name?
Uh,
Uh,
there, we'll
whatever,
go by
whatever you
Bruce.
want me to call you. It's
It's
okay.
we'll go by Bruce. It's the easier
Bruce,
name.
cool. So
Yeah.
Bruce, so me and you are going to make a society. The way me and
Mm-hmm.
you make this society is by building a wall. We're going to call it a wall. And every time we make a piece of the wall, you get to put a piece in, I get to put a piece in. Let's just say they're bricks.
Mm-hmm.
But me and you both have to see the brick. So Every time I lay a brick out, I lay a brick down. You have to be able to see it in order to know where to place your brick. So the
Mm-hmm.
bricks are our ideas, and our ideas need to be able to be seen. And being seen means there's evidence. So me and you are building a wall. I have my wall that says, "Hey, man, it looks like we both have some kind of experience. We call that alive. Let's just call it alive." And you're like, "Yeah, man, I
Mm-hmm.
have that feeling too. I feel like I'm alive." So now we both place the brick down because we both see it. And then
Mm-hmm.
we keep going, keep going, keep going. Long story short, eventually we get to this point where you come to me and say, "Hey, I have this brick called God. God will do whatever. It doesn't even matter. We don't have to go deep into it. I can't see the brick." So now you lay the brick down, and I'm like, "You're breaking our rules because our rules are to prove um our rules are to build a wall that we both can see and both use. So as soon as you hand me some brick that's invisible and just tell me to pretend, you literally destroyed um, our whole structure. And now you place that brick down. I'm confused. Like, why would
Okay.
we allow that in society for people to make claims and build our foundation on claims that they cannot show? Go ahead. I spoke a while, so I'll let you answer.
Okay. Bricks. Okay. So our nation has these bricks in place, right? Um, it's when you read Noah Webster and George Washington, and it's clear the founding of the nation was on the Christian, Judeo-Christian. I'm not saying it's Christian as in a theocracy, but the values that were instilled were Christian. Now, you want to maybe not get rid of it, but you definitely want to break down that wall that's already there.
So, which part of the? I don't necessarily, and I don't think it's important enough. I know, like people like to harp on it. I don't necessarily think that we were founded on Christianity. I think what happened is
I said
we were.
values, values,
Oh, values.
values,
There are some
the
values. Let's
values.
let's just stick with that. That's fine because I don't think it matters to my point. Um, even if here's where I would agree. Like, say this is what happened in history. Our everybody that founded this country said, "Hey, we know this book is false, or not false. We know God doesn't exist, but we want to use the teachings in this book to found our country." I would still say that's better. I would not agree with all of the rules, but I would say that would still be better because they are telling the truth that they don't know one thing, but they want to use something that they can show me. And then now we can argue about whether what's in the book is better for society or not. But when you add an invisible being on top of it, there is no way for me to prove you wrong, which
Well,
which
right
is
now I'm
bad
not
for
talking about.
society.
Right, okay, right now what I'm talking about is why, because we did have people. The founding fathers were predominantly Christian with some deists, but even the deists attended church more than probably your average Christian today. But
Yeah, they would have had
but the
to, right?
thing is,
Because of different culture.
well, no, 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 no. Well, they willingly did it. They did it on. They willingly did it. These they were not forced. No one was
Well, no,
forcing
no, I
them.
don't mean it like
Uh,
forced, but like imagine how our
okay.
society has changed within the last 20 years to where everybody is walking around looking at a screen right now. It's just how
Mm-hmm.
the society is. So back then, yeah, most
I,
people
I
went to
don't.
church and all of those things because that's just what it was.
Um, I don't know if that's what it was because it wasn't necessarily that way in Europe. Um, but remember, these were people who were escaping. Many of these people were escaping religious persecution in Europe, and so we have we don't we we it's not necessarily the way it was universal. Um,
I just meant like can we agree that the culture was super religious. Let's not even say Christian. It was super religious culture, right?
Well, of course. I mean, many of these colonies that were formed because they were fleeing religious persecution.
Yeah,
So
they
yeah,
wanted to. Yeah, I agree.
not all of them, but many of them were. And so yeah, you did have a highly religious, a highly believing population. So we did have, and I'd argue we still have, you know,
Oh, it's very high.
a value set, a value set in place that came from the Bible. So why get rid of it?
Okay.
Why
Oh,
do we need to
okay.
get rid of it?
Maybe I did miss your point to your question a little bit. All right. So
Okay.
I think I was just discussing this part where I said there really could have been, I wasn't born in this time. There, like, I am never someone that would say there was zero benefits of religion, Bible, anything. I did think it
Mm-hmm.
had its time. I think for us to progress as a society is we need to jump on the shoulders of those people that were trying to figure things out and now allow the people that have figured out what other people were trying to figure out thousands of years ago to now allow us to climb on top of them. Our science is what is going to get us to the future. Religion had its time and it did fine. Now it did horrible too, by the way, but that's irrelevant to me. People focus on that
You
too
mean,
much to me. Like it's time for us to move past allowing things to just be made up.
well, science is
But science, like, so say I make up something in science. I don't think that's what happens. But guess what happens? The awesome thing about science is I have to prove it.
uh,
I have to prove it, brother. Like if I come at you with something, you can say, prove it to me scientifically. And that's what Christians do too. That's what's so awesome about science. A Christian can come up to scientists and be like, hey, if you can't prove it to me,
science
I
has a
don't
lot of
believe you.
dogmatic. Well, science has a lot of dogmatic people in it,
Well,
and it's not
what is
necessarily.
dogmatic to you? What is dogmatic? Because
Well,
I think that's just human nature.
let me back up a little bit. Let me back up a little bit.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, why should we, if we've seen other societies that have attempted to or have um, removed religion or at least placed heavy restraints on it. Is
Which
that the road we want to go down?
no. The only societies that clamp down on religion usually are other religions.
No,
So, like, I did
not at
a
all.
recent video on how Christianity expanded. It expanded by telling everyone else that you cannot believe in anything else.
Have
That's
you,
like the Crusades. Like, they were horrible.
no. Have you looked at China lately?
Well, hold on. We'll go to China too. But look at how Christianity spread.
The, well, the Crusades are not as
I mean,
the Crusades are,
that's how Christianity
you're
spread the
making it
most.
you're you're making it as if no. The Crusades are far more complex than what you're making it sound. If a Muslim if a group of Muslims come to your village and say you convert or die, what are you supposed to do? You know,
I agree
um,
with you. I agree. But I mean, isn't that bad?
well, of course it's bad,
So, like I'm
but
saying, it was if it was spread that way, then well, how is that
well,
good?
Christians aren't doing
No,
that.
no, Christians did it as well. Like there was Muslim crusades and there was Christian crusades. Like
Okay,
and there was
you
even
mean
Christian crusades versus each other because they said you believed in God the wrong way.
well? Okay, I'll give you this because Christians, that's our country was founded because of religious persecution. So I'll give you that for that.
Right. And then
But that's
what
not.
did they do when
But
they
that's
came
not.
over here? They
But
forced
that's
people
not.
into their religion, right? Like
But
no.
that's not what I'm just. I'm not sitting there defending that.
Oh, okay, cool. Then let's go to your point. Go ahead.
What I'm saying is removing societies. Look at your societies. It's already trying to remove religion
Okay,
from
this is
their
why you brought up
society.
China. Okay.
And do you really want to live in that world? We have a homogenous, or we've had for the most part, this country has been fairly homogenous in
So is your
values.
question, do I want to get rid of Christianity?
Yeah, I
No,
mean
no. Maybe I didn't explain it well. I want the
but
Christian that believes to be able to admit that they don't know they're correct.
so you
So,
want
which
to
means which means stop going around preaching that you're correct. Stop telling people that they're going to go to hell. Stop telling people that they're sinners. Stop saying all of these things. It's okay if you believe in God 100%. I am not
so you
someone
want
telling
to
somebody that.
so you want to you want uh, well, put rules, regulate Christianity. Essentially,
No, no.
that's
I,
what you.
I, I want to regulate the effects on society things have, and this is not just Christianity. Anything that
I mean,
cannot be proven should not dictate our society. They should not be allowed in our government if you are making decisions off of stuff you can't prove. Like anything that affects other people is where I have a problem here. If you are making a vote, if you're voting for somebody, if you're making a decision off of whether they believe in a magical being, I think you would be part of the problem.
well, this is already we've already have a nation established, and and
Yes, but right now we have a
it's
country
this.
of people that are leaders that openly say that they believe in angels.
We have a nation that the only nation that allows us to have this. Well, not the only. You can't have this conversation in China where they effectively.
I don't want to be China. I
Oh,
want
well,
I want us to be
but the
better.
thing of it is, if you want to regulate religion, that's what you get.
Only when it's dealing with like public office type stuff.
What do you mean public office type stuff? So
Anything like so if like a church, like not even
because
public
your
office, let me
argument
be
your
wrong.
argument is beyond that. Your
It is.
argument is does not extend beyond that. Your argument is reaching out to people who teach the faith and hold to the faith. Your argument
Correct.
extends to that.
If they are telling people how to live their lives, they should have to prove why how they're saying to live their lives is true.
But do you not see how dangerous what you're doing is?
It's just as dangerous as the transition into
I'm
monotheism,
not forcing. I'm not
not
forcing.
monotheism. Do you know like all
I'm
the
not
wars and
forcing.
stuff that happened right before
I'm not
we kind of went
forcing.
there? Go ahead. Go ahead.
I'm
You're
not. I'm not forcing anyone to become a Christian.
When you say people will burn in hell or believe, that is
Well,
coercion. That's a lot of coercion there. Like
I just.
if you tell your child that like, hey, if you believe in God or you're going to go to hell, and how many
I
Christians
didn't.
aren't teaching their
I'm not.
children about God? Are there a lot of Christians
Well,
not doing that?
I'm not saying that you're going to burn in hell. I mean, there is other views on hell,
Oh, okay,
so that's not
let's just
necessarily.
take out hell. Like let's take out that part. Um, would it be right to for a parent to not tell their child, like say they're like grown ass adult by now, and that Santa Claus is real? Like
Hmm.
the adult still believes that Santa Claus is real, and they believe it because they were brought up that way. Should we not tell the person that Santa Claus isn't real? Like, should we not help that person realize that that's not true?
Well, you're playing judge. I mean, you're judging.
No,
See,
no.
you,
I assume, and
you're making the judgment.
if
You're
I'm
making the
wrong,
judgment on yourself.
if if
You're
I'm
playing
wrong here,
God.
if I'm wrong, and people don't want to know the truth, I am also saying that's what's wrong with society.
Well, you're doing exactly the thing that you're criticizing others for doing in that
Nope.
case.
I just want to offer the evidence to this person that believes in Santa Claus that Santa Claus might not be real. I will offer up that evidence to them. If like
Well,
let's just flip this right real fast. Say Christianity
I'll
wasn't a
put
big thing and everybody was walking around saying Santa Claus was real. I would be
mhm.
having videos on that too, brother. Like I would have videos on
I,
that.
I'll put it this way.
Yeah.
I guess I'd be less. I guess I'd be. I guess I'd be better. Let's see. You always say in your videos. You say something to the effect of throw away your feelings or something like
Yeah, I
that.
knew you were gonna say that. Yeah.
Um,
Hey, he does watch my stuff.
yeah,
I believe him now. All right. Go ahead, brother.
yeah. But the thing is it feels like it's only one way street with you.
That's what I'm trying to
And
understand
so,
why you feel that way. I think that's what our conversation is.
well, because here we are. We're living in a nation that has thrived and been successful. It's not perfect nation. There's uh, it's had its bumps along the way, and it's had its injustices.
Yeah, I love
But
this
by and
place, man.
large,
That's why I'm fighting for it. I love it.
but by and large, you know, you love the country. I love the country. We both want to see the
I
best for
I do.
it.
And if me and you
It's
were trying to
gotten.
fix the country, should we not have to show each other evidence of why we think our ideas will fix the country?
But what I'm saying is why turn from where it has got us to this point, the
I am
values set.
saying build off of it and then turn the page. Let's turn the
You're
page.
saying you're saying regress to
No, not
um
regress. No, why is it
you
regress?
want no, you're wanting to regress. You're wanting to go back to a time before God.
Yes,
You
but
know,
here, I like that you said that because guess what? Whether I believe in God or anyone believes in God or not is irrelevant. There is still such a thing called the time before God, and we can't go back to that. We know what people think of God from now on. So you're never getting rid of that. We are building off of that and moving on to the next stages of human thought and human intuition and all of these things. Nobody's ever going to forget that people believed in Jesus Christ. Like nobody's going to ever forget
mm,
that people believed in Muhammad. Like none of these things are going to be forgotten, but we will look at these things in the light that they need to be looked at, which is they are a part of our history. They 100% are a part of our history. And that's
I mean,
okay. There's other things in our ancient past that we don't need anymore.
okay, let me rephrase it. Let me put this another way.
Okay.
Do you can you not see it as an attack on the faith when you say the, the DSM, you've heard of DSM, right? Um, the psychiatry Bible. Um, when there's a push and there has been a push to religious trauma syndrome to make that a psychological disorder. Um,
Okay.
do you not see how that is trying to uh, that is an attack on religion in that if someone says, "Well, I don't like what this religion says," you then they are regulating. They're trying to regulate and demonize religion based on, oh, now the psychiatry Bible says it's now wrong, so that's our new standard.
Is I wouldn't say let's just say I think there was a video I did on Madame O'Hara from back in the day where she says it's
Mm.
psychosis. Having even if we really did find out, by the way, somehow scientifically we found out 100% sure that believing in God was some kind of psychosis. That does not make it bad. Like the
Well,
fact that
that's
you believe in God is not bad. I'm not like that's not my message. You believing in God, you can't do anything about it. I'm assuming you believe in God, right?
Oh, of course, of
Okay.
course.
I don't believe you can do anything about it. Either you will one day wake up and not believe in God, or you will always believe in God. The only thing I
Mm.
want out of me and you, if me and you were if you were a part of my community, is that we only use things that me and you both would agree on in at least the way that I can prove it somehow. Right? That's
Mm.
all I'm asking for. You can believe in God and be one of my best friends as long as anytime me and you are making a decision, especially crucial decisions, that you don't bring God into it.
Well, in a personal interaction, that's fine.
Well, that's
But
all I'm asking
what?
for. Like, that's it.
But
You're cutting out a little bit.
250 years,
Yeah,
where
yeah. Start over a little
us.
bit because you had cut out.
Okay, and we've been. This country has been, just celebrated its 250th year, and we've built upon the value set, which has come from the Bible, and so
Some of them,
you can't
and then
exact.
most of our modern times rules were actually despite the Bible.
Modern time rules
Like
despite the
as
Bible.
far as like equality is not really promoted in the Bible.
What do you
It's
mean?
only like we're only equal in the eyes of God.
What
It
what
does not say we're
what
equal towards each
what?
other. Like we're not
Okay.
equal with each other in the Bible. That's not how it works. We're all equal to God, but me and you wouldn't be equal according to the Bible. And it doesn't have to do anything with race or other. It just literally like if you were whatever and I
Well,
wasn't, the
down.
Bible the Bible still promotes those same things.
Well, where do rights come from?
Just societies. Like every society makes its rights.
Where do rights, general? I mean, where do our rights? As
Uh,
yes, as
well, at one point,
our
not
rights
everybody.
as an
I mean,
issue.
we're getting closer to it, but at one point when we were most religious, we would say, or sorry, when religion made our rules the most, there was not equal rights. Women couldn't do stuff. Minorities
Well,
couldn't do stuff. Only at one point,
that's not
only
what I
white.
asked. Though.
Go ahead.
But that's not what I asked.
Oh,
That's not
okay.
really what I asked. Where do our rights come from? I'm not saying have we lived up to the standard in which we're striving, which we've set. I'm not asking if we've lived up completely to the standard that we've set. We haven't completely. I'm asking where do our rights come from?
Uh,
Where do we
we,
derive those rights?
we make up our rights, and that's why they change.
Well, I mean, according to Jefferson, our rights come from the Creator, and that governments are instituted
Yeah,
to
and now
to
I would
to.
say we don't need to use that phrase anymore.
Well, it's in our Declaration of Independence,
No, no,
though.
I'm just saying like it like that phrase doesn't mean what it means. Like it's just something we use to say that there
So
is
it just
something that is bigger than all of us. That's all that means. There's something that's bigger than all of us and we are all subject to that. I call that life. Everything wants to live. So, unless you have a very good reason, you
well,
should
he's very. We know Jefferson. We know that was God. That's a reference to God. That's a very obvious reference to God.
but I'm saying it doesn't even matter what he was referencing. Jefferson is not here. He doesn't live in our
Okay,
times. So what he thought is
but what I'm
irrelevant to
saying
me.
is these are the things in which our government was founded on.
That's okay. That's
These are
are you
beliefs.
saying that
So
if we start something right now,
why?
it should never
So what I'm
change?
saying is why break down? Why
Are-
break these things down?
I am
Why the desire to break these things down?
But hold on. I really need you to answer this. Are you saying if we come up with an idea that we should never change it?
Well, if we come up with an idea, we should never change it.
Yes. Is that what you're saying?
I it depends.
Yes, it does depend. You're
I
correct.
don't.
And I am saying, I think I have evidence that we need to give up this idea of an invisible being called a creator.
And
That like
I'm
let's just
saying
start
we
with
have.
that by the way. What if I just wanted to get rid of that? Would you work with me to get rid of that and leave everything else
Well,
in? Like let's say that.
not really, because I've seen it. Not really, because I've seen it work in other societies, and it didn't work out so well when you
No, but what if I
eliminate.
just say, hey bro, let's use the Bible as law, but we're taking out the fact that it's
I'm not
true.
saying.
Like what if I
I'm
say
not
that?
saying we have to. I've never promoted that we live in a theocracy. I'm fine with the system of government we have, but it's set on a system of values, and the
Well,
values
yeah, you're getting to my
come
point.
from.
My point, our values come from us, brother. They're from
No,
us.
it comes from the Bible.
No, they're from us. We just use the Bible to
No,
like let me say this real fast. I really feel like this is what was always going on. There was a group of people and they wanted society to look a certain way. There were writings that were made that happened to coincide with what they envisioned a society would look like. That's the only reason it won. It was usable. The
no,
Bible, Christianity
no,
won, Islam won because it was usable. We have something else that's
no,
usable now.
no. Are you talking like America? Or are you talking in general or what?
I'm talking about all societies do this same thing. They have a vision of what they want in society, and then they use something to help will people towards that same goal. That's why
Well, let me.
Christianity is. It doesn't. Why doesn't Christianity tell you that everybody's going to hell? Because
Well,
it wouldn't work
no,
well.
no, no, no. You make somewhat of a point. You make a point. There is a point you're making there, and it is there is something to be heard. You are making a reasonable point, because Noah Webster said every society was founded on some religion or philosophy, and he went on to say in America it was Christianity. So yes, every you go into, but that's the thing. That's how these countries operate, because there is that what do you call it, homogenic, or is that a word? This common set of values, which they've
Yeah, in the
which they have.
last, let's say in the last 1,000 years, we've been progressing towards where we're at.
Well, is it progressing?
Yeah,
What do you
because
call what? Yeah,
at one
I mean,
point in
look at
time,
abortion.
like
Let me give you an example.
okay,
Um, Abortion,
mm-hmm.
is that progression? I mean,
Yes, because here's
it's
it's
abortion is
progression.
being used in it's been used uh, as a eugenics tool for I don't know how
Now,
long.
hold on, because
Margaret
I
Sanger.
like hold on. Let's stay on this point real fast because it's
Uh,
just like anything else. There are tools that are created and people use them for whatever the society wants to use them for. It doesn't necessarily make what it is bad. So,
well,
like the fact that people can now not die and maybe have an abortion is a good thing, correct? Because it used to be, hey,
well,
you just have a damn baby, you might die. Most likely you die. That at one point in time,
well,
that was the case.
yeah. If the mother's life's in danger,
Well, yeah, but at
you're
one
going to
point in
find her.
time, they had no
But this is
idea what to do. Hold on, because this is really
yeah,
fair. I want you to listen to this. Like,
yeah.
at one point in time, there was no such thing as people knowing how to do abortions like we know how to do it. Now we can save a woman's life.
We can.
That to me shows abortion cannot just completely be bad.
We can save a woman's life,
Right, but you're
but
telling me
it's.
abortion's bad completely, right? I'm saying no, that can't be the
I'm
case.
not. I'm saying. I'm saying this that it. I'm not saying it necessarily has to be banned 100%.
I didn't mean
But
banned.
what
I
I'm
said
saying,
bad. I apologize. I said bad. Do you think it's bad?
it, in the case that it's used for, let's say, birth control, or as other means.
Yeah, like what?
control or manipulate society. Yes, but if it's used strictly to, in the case that you said, there's an infection. The baby is already, say something's happening, the baby's already dead or something like that, or there's a problem with the pregnancy, and that's, to preserve
Cool.
the
All
life of
right.
the mother.
So far we agree on a
Yeah.
little bit. Now my next question
Okay.
is, I'm going to get to the point where you're probably going to tell me it's no longer good because I would just want to see where your line is. So,
Okay.
I also would say there was a point in time where this wasn't a thing, and then a mother would have to have a child, and it would have to live through the worst life possible. And I also say it's better for the child to not have been here than to be tortured its whole life.
What's the torture? What does that mean?
Let's just go back to like 10,000 BC or some shit, where you were pretty much dying. You were gonna die, and if the mother knew that their kid was going to starve and die, is it more right to have that kid?
Who's to say that? No, I mean,
No, like let's literally say there are
that's
times
no, that's you playing God.
No, you're missing my point because remember I'm going back in time to why it's better now.
Well, you don't have to go back in time. You can just go to Europe and, well, like even this country to some degree.
Wait, do you think people are just people are having abortions for fun?
No, yeah, I mean, you look at Sweden, they say, oh, we've eradicated Down syndrome. They didn't eradicate Down syndrome.
We're skipping a little bit. We're skipping a little bit.
And tested the women. And
No, stay on abortion. Stay on abortion.
That's not abortion. That's what they're doing now is it's what you
then
think,
if people are guessing what their baby will become, like say you kill your baby because it doesn't have blonde hair like you want, I would not say that was a right reason, but it doesn't mean take away everybody else's right to use it correctly, right?
Well,
is that right? Like me and you could agree on some things where I'm like, but okay.
The only
Hey, thanks for 1 second, brother. Sorry. Thanks for the 10 gifted subs. Carisha. Did I say that right? 10 subs. Thank you. You guys, thanks for that. Use some of the emotes in here. Thank you very much. All right, go ahead, brother.
Okay, but they're not eradicating Down syndrome. They're being dishonest.
Yes, and me and you agree with dishonesty.
And the same goes.
Me and you agree with that.
China, remember the one China policy, or the one child policy in China?
They're changing it now.
Well, yeah, it's been a disaster, but they used abortion to get rid of the.
That's okay. But listen real fast because you're still on the same point.
The undesired.
I get you. I understand, man. I like for sure.
But who are we to say who is desired and who's undesirable?
Hold on. If your reason for doing that is because I don't want a girl, that's not the same thing as talking about abortion being good or not. We're now talking about your reasoning. That's totally different. Now, like that discussion is a totally different discussion, but I'm saying even if somebody is using quote unquote abortion in a bad way, I don't know exactly what that would be because we would just have to really discuss it.
Or what Margaret Sanger did with the black community.
What I'm saying, we would have to discuss each situation, right? Whether it was a big situation or not, we would have to discuss it. It does not mean abortion bad.
Well, I mean, we could just look at our own history.
If they have
openly admits it now.
Yeah, but you're still talking about what I'm not. I am saying just because someone uses something horribly, just because someone uses something horribly does not make what they're using the horrible thing. I talk about this with my gun advocates. They agree with me instantly when I start talking about guns. If I'm like, yeah, well, if people are just murdering people, get rid of guns, right? They're like, oh hell no, that's our right. And then when we talk about abortion, it's like, wait, it's the same thing. If somebody is using it incorrectly or what we call wrong, that's a whole different discussion. But does it
No,
mean take it away?
I'm not saying take it away completely. I'm just saying in a medically in a medically um in a medical setting where the life of the mother is is at risk, then it could be implemented. But it shouldn't be implemented for frivolous reasons.
Yeah, but we like the frivolous
Just
part. Why? What
because
is your reason for
well,
frivolous?
I mean, it shouldn't birth control. It
Okay,
shouldn't be
why?
used as a means
Then
of birth
you would
control.
let's say we're having this discussion. We are. You would have to explain to me why a mother should always have to have a child, and you would have to show
Well,
me that it benefits the child as well.
the point of choice comes when you have sex.
Yeah,
That's the choice. That's the point you choose. Once you
yeah,
chose to
but
have sex, that's when you decided. That's when you acknowledge that there's a chance I can have a baby.
I
So
disagree a little bit
we can't move the
because
goalpost. No, there's a sense of responsibility in having sex, and we're not acknowledging that. There's a sense of responsibility, and we
you
push
know
that
what you know
aside.
what the responsibility is to me. Like, I think you're right.
What's
When you're
that?
having sex, your responsibility to be honest with your partner and not be transmitting STDs.
Well, you're right about that too.
But
I don't disagree with
that's what
that
I mean.
either.
That's what I think. Sex. If we're talking about sex, that's the responsibility of sex. And then also, obviously, it has to be mutual and agreed upon. But
Of course.
I'm just saying that.
I'm
I'm
not.
just saying
I
that
don't
so
think
nobody gets confused on that. But I'm saying, like, with
I don't
sex,
think.
like sex does not mean baby. I
No, but you
disagree
have to
there.
understand. But you need to understand that having sex, that's a that's a that's 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 a highly probable, not necessarily going to have a baby, but there's a good chance you could produce a
Yeah.
baby.
So if I go play football and knowing I
So
can
you need
break
to be
my neck,
responsible.
but if I can go break my arm, not my neck, should I not get helped after I break my arm just because I chose to play
But that's not
football?
the same thing. But that's
Why
not the
not?
same thing.
Why not?
That's you're seeking medical help, but but the thing is you didn't go into that thinking, oh, I'm going to break my arm, or
Yeah,
I
but I
could.
didn't have sex to have a
When
baby either. I have sex to not have babies all the time, man. What are we talking about? Everybody's out here having sex to
but
not
what I'm
have
saying
babies.
but what I'm saying is okay. Let me. I didn't. I don't think I made the argument correctly.
All right, go ahead.
But let me back up
Yep.
because the situations are not the same because you're looking at a situation where you're going and playing a game and there is a risk of injury and you accept it, you know. Now, having sex, there's some serious, you know, if you're not willing to have that baby, I mean, you're willing to accept the risk of breaking an arm when you play a game, but you also got to be willing to accept the risk of what am I going to do if a child comes from this? The answer is not
Yes. Okay.
to
Yes, but guess what? There's options.
that's not
You're
the
correct.
option is
You are
death.
100% correct. No, no, I'm
The
saying
option is
like
to get.
I get you might disagree on why somebody might do this thing. I just want us to focus on that we both
I,
agreed that abortion is not wrong, correct?
it's under the circumstance of preserving life. When it's used as a way, a means to preserve life. When the choice, because when the choice is, you know, the mother has to get an abortion, or the child, or the, or she could die. You know,
What if
uh,
do you not care about what if the child's gonna die anyway? I'm actually curious about this circumstance. It never gets talked about. Like say there's like the baby comes out, you know
I
the
think
baby's gonna die.
I think normally the most cases where the mother should get an abortion. I think most of those cases are that the child has died.
And the mother should
I
get to
think most of
choose,
the time,
right? It should it be the mother that chooses?
well, well, I think most of those cases are usually because the child, she develops infection and so forth, and I think most of those cases where it's preserved the life of the mother is for those, because the baby has
I would assume there's times where the
stillborn.
baby's alive and it's just like, hey, you're probably gonna die if you have this baby. What about that? The
Well,
baby's like the baby's
well, I
healthy.
mean,
What about that?
well, you have to. I'm not a medical professional. I can't assess the situation.
No, but I'm saying in the scenario where the
That's
baby,
difficult
like
for me to say.
the baby's viable,
It
the mother will die most likely, or it's not just say will die. Say there's a very high chance. Should that woman have to take that risk? Let's say it's like a 40% chance. That sounds high as hell to me. If you come to me right now and say, "Hey Jay, if you walk outside, there's a 40% chance you die."
and
I am not walking
how
outside, bro.
often do you come? Wait, because I hear this a lot, and from everything I've come across, this is just these. When I hear doctor, these are not really. These are not. These are being presented as scenarios that happen all the time, which they almost never happen. So you're presenting a scenario which almost never happens.
Okay,
It's
so let's stick
so
with some normal
rare.
scenarios. Let's go with normal ones. What is one of your normal ones?
Well, I mean, there is situations. We already agree with the situation that it
Well, yeah, I want a
preserves the life of the
situation where
mother.
you're telling me it's bad. I want like I get we agree on something, but I want the one where you're
Okay.
saying it's bad, and I'm like, wait, that doesn't sound bad.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much my line. I mean, outside of that, I don't
Well, I mean, I thought
see
we would
the
go to like
need.
something like, I definitely disagree with you that if uh, I'm pissed to even say anything like that. If something happens to one of my kids, and I would not force them to have a child without me using all the
It,
words.
no, no, I know.
So,
And
and I would have no right to tell one of my daughters to do that. No
it,
right.
you're referring to the same thing Barack Obama said, right? Um,
I don't know what
you just
Obama
don't.
said.
You punish her with and that's not something you're comfortable saying. I feel clearly. Um, that's what he said, but that's not what you're saying. Um, but at least,
Do you think I should make my
but
daughter
it's
do
kind
that?
of, but you're kind of beating
That's
around that, kind of
that's not a
circling around
rare
that
event
wagon,
though,
though.
brother. That's not a rare event. That happens.
But it shouldn't be used as birth control. And
No, no,
that's just
no.
not
But I'm
right.
saying no. I'm asking if you agree with that part. I'm
Why?
trying to see it where we still agree.
Okay, okay. Let me pose this to you. We have all over the world. We have population. There's in Japan, U.S. even. Um, Obviously China, but China's totally they're a totally different story. South Korea, we have countries that have population uh,
Yeah, they're not
issues.
birthing enough. Yeah.
They're not producing. They're not producing. They're not producing at the reproduction rate.
Yep.
So we have these. Um,
Is that your real reason why, or is it because God? I'm
no,
actually
no. Well, okay.
like, why
Maybe
are you
I've.
against abortion because God, or like what you're about to say?
Well, Well, this is kind of, I guess, veering off of God, I suppose. But but what it's no, it's still on God because this is a value for me. Uh, but what I'm saying is when you make abortion readily available and even promote it or embrace it to some degree as it being a viable means of birth control, should you be surprised that you're going to have struggle meeting reproduction rates? I mean, you're
What do we say if you're because people are gonna find a ways to have abortion anyways, right? Do we agree
well,
there?
okay, you say that, but that's not necessarily true. I mean,
You
you
don't
could
think
have
people were aborting
you
babies?
could put you could put a baby up for adoption. That doesn't
No.
mean
But
you have
remember, we're
to.
missing the part of how dangerous it is to have a baby. It is very dangerous to have a baby. I think you agree with that.
Okay, I understand that part, but we've already come to the agreement that if it's the mother's life is in danger, there's
Right, but what it like a lot of the times you don't know. So
there.
why
What was
should
that
somebody
noise?
have to take that risk though? Like, shouldn't they be able to choose to take the risk? I think we agreed on that in other circumstances.
What we
Like,
mean?
I should be able to take the
No,
like
no,
I should
no.
be okay with
Well,
taking the risk.
no. But what risk are they taking?
That they might die
You're
having a
assuming
child.
now that
Yeah.
they're gonna. You're just assuming that.
No, I'm just knocking down
You're
all
just
the
assuming
situations
that.
though. There are plenty of
But
women
you
that
don't
are
know they're gonna.
high risk
You don't know
pregnancies.
they're gonna have complications. If they have a complication, then at that time you can make that decision. But the thing is you can't just go into it assuming, oh, well, they might have a complication. Let's go ahead and get rid of
All
this.
right, so then we agree on
I
another
mean,
one. We agree on another one where
no,
you're okay if there
no.
is high complications, right?
Well, to preserve the life of the mother,
Yes.
I'm not going to sit here and lay out because I'm not a medical professional. I'm not going to sit here and
Yeah, we're
say
just being
because
general. I'm not a medical professional either. I'm
I'm
saying
being
like
I'm being general.
if the point was that hey, it's very highly likely that you will be harmed or maybe possible death. What is the percentage where then you're okay with it? Are you okay if the doctor says 80%? Are you okay if the doctor says 20%? What percentage would you be like, yeah, it's good to go?
Where's this percentage stuff comes from?
Because it's like we can't know 100%
mean,
that the mother's not gonna that the mother will
we can't
die.
know anything 100%.
Right. So
People have
that's my
baby.
point to you, brother. I'm asking you, how do we judge it like that? You can't judge it. That's my point. You can't say whether this woman should have a baby or not because you have no clue if she will survive or not. You have no clue how horrible it will be. You have no clue. So what should we do is just make it available in a safe way. It needs to be safe. It has to be in a safe way.
No. They know medical professionals could figure this stuff out. Come on. We're talking
Like,
about a pregnancy early on because if you're not going to know early on, first of all, how are you know early on that you have an 80% or 20% chance of surviving the pregnancy?
my wife does not
How
need
are
to
you
get
going to know?
pregnant because she will likely not make it or not do very well. She has horrible pregnancies. So my wife, we should never have another baby. Like,
Okay,
and
that's like
there is no 100% either. It's just that there is a percentage at all that now it's just like I think we would be mean. I would be mean to
you're
her.
throwing these percentages in to confuse the situation.
No.
Really, all it
You wanted an
is
example of somebody that has a high, like a high,
that's
you know what I'm saying?
really that's all it is. It's just to confuse the situation, just to muddy the waters. I mean,
I would actually, honestly, I would say that that's what's going on with the religious part. Is that
no.
prove to me,
Go ahead.
why, not having a baby is bad, and not add God
Why
to
not
it.
having a
Yeah,
baby?
if you don't want to have a baby, why is it
Why
bad?
not?
Yes.
Well, it's not the same.
No, like abortion. Sorry, like it's going to be you're going to abort the
Okay,
baby.
all right.
Why is it bad without using God?
Without well, there's risks to abortion, whether you believe in God or not. You know, what Lancet had you go to CDC, and WHO, they cite a study from the Lancet. 8% of maternal mortality comes from abortions. So there are risks of death from
Now
having an abortion.
jump forward to our time. How we got abortions down
Well, we
pretty
are in
good.
our time.
Yeah. Well, I'm
We are
sorry.
in our time.
The,
This is our time. This is our time. This is a recent study.
wait, what is the
Go to
what is the percentage
CDC.
of abortions?
I'll send it to you. I will send it to you. I will send it to you. You can send the CDC and the WHO's.
So
They both have them.
I just want to be
I saved
clear.
them. I'll send them a message.
No, I know, but one of your reasons.
8% of maternal mortality comes from abortions.
Oh, okay. Well, what's the total percent of maternal mortality? I didn't hear
Well, I'm
your.
talking about
I didn't hear your
percentage.
percentage.
Oh, 8%.
Like,
8.
what is our standard now for
Well, 8
that?
out of
When
well,
with
8 out of
not
100%.
non
Out of
abortions.
100%, out of 100% of maternal mortality, 8% are
Oh,
abortions,
out of
come from
100%. Okay,
abortions.
I didn't know if they counted like
Out of 100,
other weird things. Okay, that's fine.
no,
Uh,
8% out of the total 100%, and which also,
what did it used to be?
um, I just know what they have listed now.
So
I
I'm just saying
didn't.
what I would do if I were you is be like, oh, 8%. Is that high or not? How much have we improved? I would go back 10 or 15 years and see
Well, I'll tell you
if it
this:
was 30%. I doubt it was
we
30%, but
we we don't. Here's the problem: we don't enforce the statistics. States are not required to to report those statistics. We don't know. That's the problem.
well, if you tell me
Is
that, then I can't take the 8% then.
well, no. You can know, but you can know how many have died. But the thing of it is I'm talking about uh, in the sense that of reporting. You want to when it
But
comes to reporting
I just need you to see
abortion
why I can't.
statistics.
If you're gonna say
You can
one
know.
statistic's
Well,
bad
no,
and
no.
one's
Well,
not,
oh, wait, let me. You can know this, but the thing of it is what I'm saying. When it comes to reporting the data, they're not required to report it to the government.
which data?
We go the abortion data. It's not required. That's not required. It's not. There's no way to go to the government's website and get an accurate
All right, so
number.
all right, look at
So
the.
the
Are you
answer,
looking at the chat? I just want you to see it. And then I'll allow you to
I,
either look it up or whatever, because it says somebody says CDC data says it's only 0.00045 45%. So I want to give you a chance to like relook it up and see where you got the 8% from. And then I'll allow you to do that. And then the guy looks like we have somebody here that wants to chat, I think. Or maybe not. No, there is one more person. So we'll wrap up this one and see if the other person wants to talk after you're done. And while you're looking, actually, I'll just mute you for a second and then I'll pull you back up. Let me see if this other person's on. Hello? Are you here?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hey, how you doing?
Good. What's your name?
Steven.
Steven, I'm Jay. Welcome.
Appreciate it. I ran across your channel the other day, and I thought you were interesting, so
I hear that a lot, man. Go ahead. What you got for me, man?
I know. I don't think I didn't know if you had a topic. I think the last topic that you had was I think you were talking about the Bible and belief and stuff like that. So
Yeah, if you
um,
want to, I would like to stick to the Bible. We kind of got off on
oh,
abortion stuff,
okay.
but if you have a God topic, Bible topic, that is what I prefer. So,
So I mean, I don't know your whole story, and matter of fact, I don't know your whole story, but you did just say something that um, uh, sparked my interest. You told the other guy that you believe that if he believes in God, whether or not he believes in God, and or somebody else doesn't believe in God, they will stay that way, right? Like, so he believes in
they
God.
have no
He doesn't
control.
have a choice in believing in God, and you don't have a choice not believing in God. Is that
Just
right?
hold on, use the right word. I just wanted you to say they don't have control of it. That's a key. It doesn't mean you always will believe in God. It means I can just say words to him, and either one day he'll wake up and agree with me, or one day he'll wake up or he'll just not. You get what I'm saying? There's no control. He can change his mind.
So he can change his mind whether or not he believes or not, but he has no control on whether or not he actually comes to a realization on whether or not he believes or there is a God or not, right?
Yeah. I think that's fine. I'll agree with that.
Okay. Well, then I don't think that there's a problem with that. I don't think there's a problem with people not coming to a realization that there's a God or not. I think my biggest thing that I heard is that that there's no evidence for God. There is evidence for God. Like you have a choice. There's evidence for God, and some people say that there's evidence against God, right? But we are the judges of that evidence, right? So
Okay.
when you're asking for proofs, you're
Yep.
asking for almost a mathematical kind of situation, right? That's what you ask for with a proof. A proof is something that says 2 + 2 is 4, and we can reduce it down to these things, and this automatically follows that 2 + 2 is 4, and it automatically follows. Like I don't know if those proofs for the existence of God in non-mathematical areas exist, right? But we do have evidence. Now, whether or not you choose to believe that evidence or not is strictly up to you. You are the judge of your belief, right?
Yep.
And so I think that's perfectly fine, right?
Well, go back to what I said so I can be fair to my side as well. I don't have a choice on what I believe either.
You don't have a choice of what you believe?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry. You might not understood what I was saying in the beginning then. I'm saying you don't choose to believe. You do believe. If you could choose, I could ask you right now to not believe and you could do it, but you would tell me that's impossible, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I think it's impossible to not understand, but it's possible to not obey. Right?
Yeah, obey is different than believe to me.
Correct. Because the Bible says the devils, the demons believe, right? They know,
yes,
right?
And they shiver.
The Bible, right? Not saying to your.
They believe and they shiver.
Yeah, they believe and they shiver, right?
Yeah.
So, but they don't obey. You know what I'm saying? So that's almost a little bit different, right? I mean, this.
Yeah, I think it sucks for them because they were created that way. By the way.
Correct. Right? I mean, it's like they already know the truth. And then it's like, oh, okay, we just choose to not obey it, right?
No. But I'm saying they were created in the way to not obey. That's God's fault.
Wait, you say the demons were created to not obey?
Yes.
How are they created not to obey?
How else could it be? God is the ruler. If we're going by your theology, God would be in control of all of this, which means God created them that way. I think that's horrible. I think it's very sad.
That he gave them a choice to be able to disobey him?
That he knew that they would disobey.
What does it matter that he knew that they would disobey?
I like to equate it to, we would call a bad parent if they knew their child was going to walk off of a bridge and just let the child walk off.
I don't think that analogy. Fits.
Yeah, because I could stop. I could stop.
The child was going off and walk off a bridge.
If in the scenario, like God knows it's going to happen.
So let me say this. So if God knows that, so if you know your kid's going to walk over a bridge, and then you find a way to put a boat underneath that bridge so the kid falls on the boat, is that still bad?
That's still stupid.
Exactly. That's exactly right. Your analogy is stupid. Yes.
No, that's stupid. You're right. That's but I don't think it's a stupid analogy, man. But that's stupid. Okay. and honestly, I meant like I use the words weird sometimes. I honestly meant stupid. Like, all right, that's kind of a good comeback for that.
Okay.
Sorry. No, you're good. I'm silly like that. It just to me. No, you're fine. It just means I needed to describe what I meant more better. Okay. Because to me, it's more like, in that's fine that you called out, and it makes me say my main point. It is the unnecessary suffering part, right? There is not necessary for me to allow that child to fall all the way down there if I can prevent it. Unless there's some greater purpose. So I would ask you, I assume you think there's some greater purpose for God allowing Satan to rebel. Let's just go with Satan. Like, I think Satan's story is very sad. Satan was born to always be Satan. That's shitty. Like, what is the purpose of that, God doing that to Satan alone? Don't even bring people into it, by the way. Like, you got God and Satan.
I won't bring people into that. So at least the Bible says God created all the angels, and he created Lucifer, and he was, the director of music, however you want to, believe the story or whatever. But Lucifer became egotistical. He wanted the same glory that God had. Now, did God make him want to have that same glory? God gave him the ability, the pathway to want that. Remember, I don't believe we choose what we want, right? Oh, so we don't choose what we want either?
No. If you're attracted to, are you married? Are you like?
Yeah, I'm married.
Yeah, you're attracted to your wife. You didn't choose that, brother. You saw her and were attracted, or at one point in time, you just became attracted to her. You didn't choose it. That's what I mean. We don't choose these things.
No, I 100% agree. Now, you don't choose what you're attracted to. You don't choose what you understand, but you do choose how you act after that happens, right? You have to be able to choose the things that you actually do. Like, you might not be able to control the things that you actually feel and the reactions that you have, but you're actually able to control the secondary effects to what you are attracted to, right? So because I found my wife attractive, I ain't just jump all over her, right? So I was like, oh, you know what?
Yeah, but what is the difference?
Nice and sweet to her. I'm not going to just try to.
What is the difference between you and somebody that didn't win her over? What is the difference between y'all two? You're saying they had control of how the chemicals are made in their brain?
No, I mean there may have been two of us, right? Me and this other guy. We're both looking at my wife, and we both seen. But I took the initiative to go talk to her first, and the other guy was like, "Dang, the other guy went." But he could have been more bold than me, right?
But he wasn't. Said, you know what? What's the difference?
I don't care what the other dude did. I'm gonna go up there and be like, "Hey, I love you all day." You know what I'm saying? This other dude
I get your point.
You know what I'm saying?
But I just want you to realize what I'm saying. The difference between the both of you was not in your control. You are the person that you are because of your upbringing and a bunch of other things that you had no control over. Okay, the other person that did not win her over, that may have not been aggressive because, let's just say, his dad taught him to be meek. Right? Like, and he never put himself out there. He never went up to your wife, but that is what your wife required of her mate, to be bold and all of these things. That guy had no choice to be the meek person. There was nothing he could do.
Is everyone a victim? Is everyone a victim?
If there's a God, yes. Yes.
So everyone is a victim if there's a God. So then you're just playing the role that you're you're supposed to play, right?
Right now? Yeah, I think so. Yeah, I do think that.
No, I feel like that is 100% okay. Like, for people to say, you know what, I never believed in God. I would never believe in God. And even if God came down and forced me to believe in him, I still wouldn't believe in him. And then that's okay, because the ultimate consequence is that you won't be with him, right? And that's
about, right? But that's where because that's where me and you, I'm like, okay, hold on. Me and you are probably on the same page until now you are saying you are 100% correct. Now I require evidence.
I'm not saying that you're correct. I'm just saying, if I take what you're saying right, that we have no choice and that God built us the way we are, right?
Oh, okay.
You're saying that God built us the way we are. That's what you're saying. Is that God built us the way you are? Then, if He built us the way you are, and you are the way you are, then ultimately you will get what you ultimately are, right?
Yes, but whose fault? Listen, we're pretending the story.
Why would you be mad at that?
No. Hold on.
Who you are?
Wait. You're actually really understanding what I'm saying. Now we take the next step. Okay. The next step is, why wouldn't I want the best outcome possible for me? Right? But God made me in this way to where I believed at one point and now I don't believe. Mm-hmm. That is not my fault. So now, if you're correct, like I said, we're pretending that you're correct. And one day I'm not going to be with God, but that is the better choice. That is God being evil to me. Why would God allow me to be that way if the better option is for me to be with God? Now, I don't believe this is true, but I'm saying, like, that's why the story started to break apart from me, because I had friends that were this way. And I had friends that were what they call non-resistant non-believers. And I've seen people pray and cry for God and really want to see God and nothing happen. Mm-hmm. That is horrible if this story's true. If the story's true, that is horrible. And I don't know if you're a Calvinist or what, but it's horrible.
Yeah, no, I 100% get what you're saying, right? And if we take it, we can't. And so we already know that we can't take it the way you're saying, right? We can't say that God has said that you will be this bad person, right? We can't say that God has said that you will not believe in me, and therefore, because you don't believe in me, you will be destined for hell. And the reason why we know that is that according to the Bible says that he wants no one to go to hell, right? He wants no one to perish, right? That's one time he says it. Then he says the power of life and death is in your tongue, right? He says if you have the ability to get either life or death. So we have two statements in the Bible, just those two. I'm sure there are multiple others, but just in those two statements, one, God does not wish for us to be separated from him, and two, God gives us the power to have life and death.
What's the Oh, finish your. No, go ahead. I'm gonna let you finish first. Go.
Okay. If we choose opposite of that, and which I do believe that we may have a proclivity to go against God, but we can choose to be with Him, or to believe in Him, obey His means or whatever. If we do that, then we choose the right path. If we don't, then we choose the wrong path. I believe that. And maybe you believe in this, and then this is more a philosophical thing, that the idea of God is that there was this one being that was all that's all that there was, right? There was a being, right? And there was nothing else beside him.
Mm-hmm.
If there is nothing beside this being, right? Where else could you be? If you're not with this being, then you're away from this being. So you're either with God or you're without him. That's
all right. So are you thinking it's like in your theology, you're saying that everybody just disappears or something? Because you can't not be with God if God is everything.
No, God is not everything. God creates creation out of nothing, not out of himself. He creates it out of nothing.
All right, that's one thing, but I want to stick to this. I want to stick to this part. Okay. What happens to people that don't believe? Where do they go?
I mean, the Bible says those people are cast away from. Are you talking about that?
Yeah.
Yeah, those people are cast away into hell, and there's a weeping and gnashing of teeth for eternity.
Is it torturing? Is it torturing? Is it torturing? Which would these people that are there consider it torture? Would they want to leave? How about that? Would they want to leave?
I don't think that they. I don't think they would want to. I think they would want to leave. Yes.
Okay, that is what I'm saying. So say I am one of those people. God knew I was going to be one of those people. I would have rather God not have me been born. If your story is true, mm-hmm. I think it's evil to 100% know that someone will suffer, and especially in this extreme type of way, that you should not have had that child. You should not have created that creature. You are a selfish being if you create something knowing it's horrible life it's going to have. You are just selfish.
Listen, I don't believe that God is selfish, because I believe God is love, right? But God is able to do whatever He wants, and even if you say that God is selfish, and if you do say that God is selfish, right?
Well, obviously, right?
God is selfish, then you didn't want to be with a selfish God anyway, and so you.
But God created me, bro. No, God, I didn't get anything I wanted.
What you got, right?
No.
So here's the thing. Not only. So here's the thing.
All right, go ahead.
You could have said, you know what? I don't believe in this God, but I'm still gonna do what He says, right?
Yeah, but I still don't make it. I still don't make it.
But even that's not good enough for you.
No, but I don't make it.
It's not good enough for you to say, you know,
how
there might not be a God, but I'm going to do.
Wait. How do you go to heaven? How do you go to heaven?
Huh?
How do you go to heaven?
You go to heaven. You go to heaven because you have no sin, and you go to.
But all of us sin, right? All of us sin, right?
Yeah, all of it.
Okay. Sin. All right. So there's no way for me to get it through that route. So what's my next route?
The only other route is to accept Christ. To accept Christ.
Correct.
Christ has paid for all
the sin. Now go back to the comment you were just making and see how that doesn't help me.
Why?
Because I can't pretend to accept Christ. You told me to pretend and just do the doo-doos, do the deeds. But there's tons of people pretending, right?
But that's not what accepting means. You do know that that's not what accepting means, right?
No. You told me just to behave how the Bible tells me, right?
Correct. To do whatever the Bible and that's a great a point that you bring up, right? There's a man in the Bible whose daughter is sick and is dying. He goes to Jesus and Jesus says, "Hey, go ahead, your daughter's going to be healed." He said,
And
"Do you
sin
not
no
believe?"
more.
Yeah, he said, "Do you not believe?" He said, "Yes, I do believe, but help my unbelief." Right? We all have a level. We God says He gives everyone a measure of faith, right? So we all have a measure of faith, whether it's super small or it's going to be super large. What we do with that faith is what happens, right? So you can have a measure of faith and say, you know what, I have so many doubts, but I am going to continue I'm going to continue in the small belief I have, and then my doubts will.
Oh well, I've already done that. I've already done that. How do you think I got to the point where I'm at?
Well, I mean,
I questioned, and I kept believing, kept praying, kept asking, kept hearing nothing. That I did everything you asked, and now I'm still at the point I'm at. Whose fault is that?
Where in the Bible does it say that you can stop after a certain time?
No, I'm saying I didn't make myself not believe.
No, I agree. I agree. But
you're
where
right.
in the Bible does it say that you can stop knocking?
Oh, I haven't stopped. What do you think I'm doing now? This is still knocking.
Okay. Well, listen, if you're still knocking, then there is still a chance for you. There's still a chance for you. I 100% believe that as long as you haven't shut the doors on Christ, you still have an opportunity.
I will tell you right now, if you somehow pray for me and Jesus shows up tonight, I would tell everybody about that. But
I will 100% pray for you.
But my point to you is what happens.
What he does.
See, that's my point, right? There's no way for me to show you that you're possibly wrong, because no matter what happens, you're either going to blame me or you're going to say it's God's will. So with that in mind, how do you know that you're not even being fooled?
No, listen. There's no way I can be 100% sure, right? I can't be 100% sure, right? I have my own doubts on how I think, who I think God is and how it all plays out and all that. I have those doubts, but because I have enough belief to say I'm gonna not lean on my own understanding, because my own understanding is just based in this world and based on my perspective. Here's one thing I do know. And I understand that my perspective means that I see only through a keyhole, right? I see through a keyhole, right? And there's a whole world in front of me. And I have to be okay with saying, you know what? I only see this little bit. But if I'm going to trust anybody, I'm going to trust God, right? And there's a whole
why?
One thing I did notice that that you don't take into account from just, and I apologize, I haven't watched all the videos that you had. So
I got too many videos.
Like
You're good.
84. I was like, man, he's doing work out here. You know?
Yeah, I do a lot.
But I haven't seen all that. But the one thing I haven't seen from you is that there are multiple venues of evidence, right? So there's physical evidence, there's circumstantial evidence, there's historical evidence, there's theological evidence, there's philosophical evidence, and wherever you take your evidence from, right, is enough for you to say, I will stake my claim on God based on this amount of evidence, right? I don't have to have all the evidences be on my side for me to believe.
Oh no, that's fair,
right?
But I don't require 100% evidence at all.
That's what I'm saying.
But I have never had any evidence of God. Never.
Do you think? Okay, so.
Go ahead, you're cutting out a little bit, brother. You might have to. I don't know how this app works, but I can't hear you at the moment. Let me try this reconnect mic thing. All right, interesting conversation. I'll give you a chance to come back. I won't drop you. What up, chat? How's it going?
Can you hear me now?
Yep, you're good. Right back. All right. Yep, all good.
Yeah. So I was saying. So if you just need evidence and you just need one proof of evidence, that's what we're going for.
What is this evidence for? Like supernatural? You could prove the supernatural for to me.
This is a philosophical argument. This is a philosophical argument about the unmoved mover.
What are you doing? The Kalam?
Huh?
You're doing the Kalam?
Oh yeah, I think it's called Kalam, right? Yeah, right. Where you have a chain of progression, and you eventually have to get to an uncaused cause.
Yeah, but okay, keep going. Go ahead.
There's I think the argument goes that that there has to be a God that actually actualized, that has all power and has all might, right? Because if you can say that we get our power and might from something, and then you keep regressing and regressing and regressing, if there was never something that had actual power in and of itself to do something, then we would keep regressing. So we have to keep regressing to a point where there is a thing, a being, a source that has all the ability in itself to do all the things that it wants to do, right? Because we can't do everything we want to do. There has to be something that in itself has the ability to do everything that it wants to do. And that's just rational, right? Because if
No, not rational.
that is rational, right? So it's almost like a I think they use the analogy of a
you're doing a deductive argument, and it's that I don't know. I don't.
Yeah. So like when you have the a power strip or a power cord, right? So you can plug 2 power cords in, you can plug 3 power cords in, you can plug 1,000,000 power cords in, but unless you plug it into the socket that actually has power, you will never have power in that last power power strip. Am I right? So there has to be something that has power in and of itself to be able to do work, to do something.
All right, let me ask you a question.
We can deduce that just from philosophical reasoning.
Let's say I roll with you on that. We don't know what it is yet. I'm not going to say God, right?
We don't know what it is. We don't know what it is yet. But we do know that there is an is.
Hold on. We're going down the path here. So me and you, we decided, hey, there must be something else going on. Both of us say that. We both agree.
Correct.
So we're both on the same page. And then now we get to the point where I'm like, well, wait, what have we found up to this point? Okay. Every time there's been a question in human history, it seems that we have found something physical. Every time. So my assumption, your assumption jumps to non-physical. My assumption stays with physical because that is the only proof that we've ever had. Mm-hmm. And then I get to the point where I just say, you know what? No clue. But guess what? It's probably something physical because everything I've seen before then is physical. For some reason, that is very hard for certain people to do. They jump to, well, it has to be something that we've never proven at all.
So we actually have proven it.
Proven what? What's supernatural? Whatever have we proven?
No. You said non-physical.
Yeah, that would be supernatural.
No. Non-physical is not supernatural. Thoughts are non-physical. It's not supernatural.
But thoughts are emergent from physical.
No. So thoughts are not emergent. Thoughts go through the physical, but thoughts are not emergent from physical.
Yeah, but where have you ever seen something that can think that's not physical?
Exactly. We can't see those things, right?
But I'm saying, hold on.
We can only perceive those things.
But remember, my point was, me and you, we should only keep saying that things that we can prove. The only thing we can prove.
Why? Why only things that we can prove?
Because you wouldn't want to, like, to me, this is all about society, to me, to be fair. We cannot build a society on things that we can't show to each other.
Okay. I know. I agree, but I agree with that. But I think that and the Bible says that all things were what's that? I forget the verse. I'm sorry. All things were already evident to people before time, so nobody's at excuse, right? So you already seen that there is a world out there. There's trees and flowers. We can't make buildings without knowing that there was a builder. Yet we think that trees and plants can come from nowhere.
That's an assumption again, right? So that would be an assumption again, because what we would do in this circumstance is we know how buildings are built. So now we go and look at how trees are made, whatever word. I don't even care if we use created. I don't really care. Because the point of what I am saying is the only thing we can prove is that, hey, there's plant cells, whatever the hell a plant cell is. And we can prove those things.
So just because you can't prove, should we not be results or result based, right? So let's go back into the Bible. When somebody said when Noah said, "Hey, guess what? There's a God out there, and He's going to flood the world unless you start coming to repentance." And people are like, "Ah, no, we're not going to do it." And then the flood shows. Is that not result based?
Well, wait, man, we can't use the no, we can't use the Bible, not for the Bible. Like,
why is that not proof enough for the Bible?
Because there's no proof that the world was flooded, dude.
What? Wait a minute, stop, hold on. Every single culture on the face of the earth has a story about the flood. What are you talking about?
Okay, so you're saying just because
wait, no, I need you to read
No, we're definitely talking about the flood. Hold on.
Hold on. Every single culture
We're talking about the flood. We're talking about the flood. We're talking about that. I'm saying I'm saying. So, like, let's say every single culture talks about the flood. Why isn't their stories right and yours wrong? Your God doesn't exist in their world.
No, the reason it's not that it's right or it's wrong. It's that their perspective is off, right? And
yeah, but why should I believe you over them? That's my point.
Listen, you should only believe me if what I say proves to be true, right?
Yes, but you just told me I have two societies. Like, I'm just rolling with you with this. I don't believe any of this, but I'm rolling with you. I have the Mayans that tell me there was a flood. I don't think that's true, but let's just say it. I have another Egyptian culture telling me there was a flood. The Mayans saying there's a flood. Cool. They all tell me their God did it, or their gods did it. Who is right?
So now it becomes here the work becomes right. Now you dive into my first class in college was studies of religions across the world. That was my first class in college.
Oh, I should add one more. I'm gonna let you finish real fast, but hold on, real fast.
I didn't know what was right or not.
Hold on. I just 1 second, because I don't want to act like I'm adding this to the end. Because there would be another group. And it would be like our modern scientists tell us that there was not a global flood, right? So now we got our religious groups, and then we have what some people call a religion. I'm not saying science is a religion, but I'm just playing along here. We have all of these groups that are saying all different things. How do we prove which group is correct? We have the scientists saying that there was never a global flood, and they can show me some things that prove there's no global flood. Now, the Mayans, I don't really want to say the Mayans, whatever other cultures that say there was a flood, how can they prove to me there was a flood? Just by a story? You're telling me just to say that, just go by the story? I need evidence.
I think that was the question. I think that was the question I posed to you the last time I saw you on Wednesday.
Okay.
Is the only information that you will accept inside the time that the people live, because those witnesses are no longer around, right?
Yes, that sucks.
It sucks, right? And
yeah.
So if you will not take eyewitness testimony that has been handed down in books and on tablets, on by oral traditions, if you will not take that and compare those two, or compare those religions, then the decision is still up to you. But those testimonies are in history. They are in books and in oral traditions. It will be up to you to kind of parse that information and see if that is real or not. If at the end of the day you say that I don't believe that because I don't think that the evidence rises to the level of my acceptance.
Not acceptance. Like, say I'm versing it versus science. The scientists today have proof that this did not happen for many other different reasons. Why would I believe just a written down story over that? That's what I'm asking. Like, I get that they could wrote something down that's true. Of course they wrote down things that were true, bro.
Yeah.
Of course they did. Yeah. So I'm saying if they make an extraordinary claim, I now require the extraordinary evidence. I'm sure you've heard that before. I can't take the claim that, let's take the flood out of it. I can't even take the claim that the sun stood still. Like while Joshua was fighting, I forgot which battle it was. I can't believe that the sun stood still either.
Yeah.
There's no proof of that ever happening. So why should I take that story? Why should I take that story?
I mean, you take that story because of the proof, or at least because of the witness testimony of the people who talked to Jesus. That's why you accept those. You don't have to, but you take those things. And I kind of I want to say I agree with you in one respect, in that you can believe for a whole bunch of different reasons. Like you can believe, because of all the evidences. You can believe on a what's a on just a purely educational, kind of level. But I do believe that you have to have some kind of an experience with the divine, with God, in order to maybe solidify that, right? I think you may be correct in that you need to have that encounter with the divine to solidify even any kind of evidence that you um choose to accept, right?
You know what's
So
interesting about that? Let me
yeah,
ask you this, and let me see your thoughts on that.
okay,
The fact that it feels like when I was like I used to do this when I was on the other side of this too. Not videos, but I was this annoying teenager trying to evangelize people and shit like that.
uh,
So even this was still me back then. But my point to you was the strategy is always make them believe first, and then they will see the evidence. That's that's not how it should work, though.
mm,
Like, because right now, what I'm hearing is you need to have the experience first and believe first, and then you'll see it. But
yeah,
that's not what we would, like I said, that's not how we would build our society.
yeah,
If somebody came to you about, hey, I want to build this city, you wouldn't just say, hey, build the city first and you'll see how it would work. You would ask for blueprints, you would ask for testing, you would ask for so much. But for some reason, maybe the most important question there is, we say, forget all of that. Just believe. I don't think that's a good way to go about finding the truth. And
I
I'll let you respond to that. Yep.
yeah, I'm not going to say I disagree, because I don't disagree with that assessment. I don't disagree with that assessment. I will say, however, that's the only way that God permits you to come to Him, is by faith, right? It's for you to say, I regardless of what I think or what other things are around me, I'm going to put my trust into God. Um, but that's the only way that you get there. And I don't know. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you something else, right? I wish I could tell you that it's not going to be a ego busting, gut wrenching, total surrender of what you are to this divine being that you can never understand, right? We have no possibility of understanding.
Are you sure about that?
Yes,
Are you sure? I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you take it back because I know you know what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna give you a chance
yeah,
because
no,
you
no, no. I
realize
think I
what
know.
you just
I
said.
think I know what you're saying, but we will never understand him fully. I'm saying we will understand him at some level, but we will never understand fully, right?
Right, but how would you know the difference? Like how do you determine which one is our real understanding and our misunderstanding? How would I determine that?
Yeah, I'm gonna say I don't know. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Thank
I
you.
don't
Don't
know.
lie. Yeah, I appreciate that.
Yeah,
But I just want you to see where my questioning really started ramping up is when you start asking all of these things.
Mhm.
And I'm glad you're saying that, and it's not to just punch back at you or anything, but I'm just saying I just want you to understand uh, where my questioning comes from and why I am so against anyone just saying like, nope, just believe it. It's not how it should be for something that's so important.
Yeah.
And
No,
if God is going to
yeah.
punish people for this,
Mhm.
I don't agree with that.
Yeah.
And just because somebody can kill me does not make me want to agree with them in real life. Why would that just all of a sudden make me just agree with what God's doing if God is real? I don't
Yeah.
believe it,
No,
but
I see what you're saying. I would say to that, though, that I don't believe that I don't believe that you can believe that there is no God. I think that person is foolish to say that there is no God, right?
oh, you
Now,
mean make the
whether or not you
affirmation
know
of
what
it?
God is and who God is, whether it's Allah, Buddha, the universe, or whatever, whether you know who that person is one thing. But for you to think that there is no God, I think that is I think that's crazy. I think.
But what about me saying there has never been proof of God? That's different, right?
No, I think there has always been. Yeah, there might not be have. There's always been evidence of God. I was.
No. I mean, like from my perspective, like say I'm saying this statement instead of me saying, because there are people that say there's no God.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that. I am saying there has never been a God proven. Those are different statements to me. I'm trying to see if they're different to you.
Correct. I would say that can't be true, because if it has been proven to one person and then you accept that testimony, then that would have to be correct, right? So let's just say God didn't get. Let's just say that God didn't show. For example, God talked to Moses, and then Moses, parted the seas. Now Moses has 100% reason to believe, right? But do the other people have reason to believe? Maybe, maybe not, right? Maybe not. But
Yeah,
now,
I would say Moses 100%. Yes.
Yeah. Now they didn't. God,
oh, 99%. Sorry.
Exactly. I'm sorry. Now they didn't do the miracle. Moses did the miracle.
Yeah.
Moses has 100% reason to believe in God.
99.
Right? You said 99?
Yeah. Just because we already agreed you can't know 100%.
Okay. No problem. 99.9999, right?
All right, cool.
He'd be like,
that's fine with me.
Just came down and
Yeah.
his power.
Yeah.
But let's just say he's almost sure. The other people, they say, you know what? God didn't talk to me, but I did see Moses do a thing, right? And so now I believe because of that secondhand account. Now those people's kids, they say, you know what? I didn't see the sea party either, but I believe my dad, because my dad saw the water parted, and then my dad knows Moses. So
Yeah.
I believe my dad, right? So now
we're already getting to the sucky part, right? We're already getting to the sucky part.
So now we go down to the grandkids, right?
Yeah.
So now we're at a place where Moses is dead. The grandparents that saw the Red Sea are dead, and now they're only the grandkids, and now his family starts. Is it any less true that God talked to Moses? It's not. It's not any less true.
Well, remember we're playing, right? But remember, okay, hold on. All right, so I feel like you have to realize what we were doing right there is assuming that Moses that happened, right?
I agree.
All right. So with the assumption of us doing that, you still have to understand that we are so far away from that time.
100%.
Right? It is better, not better, it is more reasonable to believe that these things did not happen because we don't see them happening at all. Yeah. Like nothing like it, by the way. I'm not saying parting the Red Sea or anything. I'm saying when somebody says they can read people's minds, that's even BS. Like, so it's just like
there's never been a person like Jesus on the earth. Yes, I agree.
So now look at the point of view of everyone else. They like, why would God set it up that way? That's my main point here. Like, why would God set it up to almost everybody now just would have to believe off of faith? Because
he didn't set it up that way. He did not set it up that way. No, and I'm gonna tell you why he didn't set it up that way. He did not set it up that way. The reason why it is that way is because Adam and Eve sinned, and the sin has separated us.
Oh, well,
we were together with God the whole time.
Well, that's God's fault, brother. That's God's fault.
Why is that God's fault?
Why did he allow them the option to do that? What was God's purpose for making people? What was God's purpose for making us?
So the Bible says a couple of things about the purpose of making man. One, he makes creation for his glory, right?
All right. So that glory is Let's stop. We're gonna go one at a time. All right. Yeah. So glory. What does that mean? Yeah.
So that because he's the only being, anything he creates has to acknowledge that he is the source, that he is the thing. So his glory is shown all over creation.
Why? Right? Why does God need that?
He does. It's not that he needs it, but he does it for that purpose. That's the purpose that his glory is shown.
All right, cool. Let me roll with you. Let me roll with you there.
He needs it, but that's why he does it.
All right, let me roll with you, and then you'll be able to give me another reason. Okay. I just want to stick to the glory. So we're gonna knock out glory because God does not need free will to have glory. I think we can agree there.
No.
All right. So glory can be solved without free will. So now move to the next one. Okay.
So the next one is because God is love.
Okay. So my question to that would be, who was God loving before people?
God was loving Jesus. God the Father was loving the Son, and God the Father and the Son were loving the Holy Spirit.
So then they had all the love they needed, right? They had all the love they needed, right?
Yes, they had all the love they needed.
So then why is God making people for love?
He's not making people for love. I told you, he made the people for his glory.
Wait, well, that's my point. Like, okay, so I'm saying at this point in time, you have not given me a good reason why God made us the way we are. Not that God made us, because I'll agree with you right now that if there's a God, God can do whatever the hell God wanted to.
I
right?
Appreciate that.
But hold on. But my point to you is that the whole story about this being this loving being, I am saying would be wrong.
Why?
Because that's not loving.
What's more loving than giving? What's more loving than creating you and then giving you a choice to not be with him or do whatever else you want?
What's more loving? Me allowing you to be who you are and not punishing you for that, and then just supporting you like I do my children. Like unless like I do my children, man. Like it's just like, yeah, be what you want.
Yeah, but is that an actual punishment? Like I don't know if you have kids or not, but
yeah, that's what I said. I just said, yeah, I have kids.
Like when my kids got older, when they turned 18, right? If they were to say, "Dad, I'm not listen, I'm not I'm not gonna tell the story anyway." So, if they were to say, you know what, Dad, I'm out of here. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to live under your rules. I just want to go do my thing. All I can say is, God be with you and go do your thing, right? If they go without me, guess what they don't have? They don't have my bank account. They ain't got my money. They ain't got my car. All
right, hold on. What are your kids? Hold on. What are your kids doing so badly that you would stop supporting them?
I'm not saying that I would stop supporting them. They can come back to me at any time, right? But because they don't want to come back to me, because they chose to do their own thing, they have their own.
All right, cool. Let's run with this real fast. Let's run with this. All right. So now my question for you is, because this is part of my problem.
Okay.
There are many people that come to God and they do not get the same thing that you would give to your children. If your children came back to you, they know where to call. They know how to dial you. They know how to get to you. They know your address. You would be, in this situation, you would be a person that said, yeah, you can come back to me, but you never will find me.
Yeah.
That is what's going on with God. That is also unfair. That's not loving, man.
Yeah. I see what you're saying here, and I want to continue on the analogy of earthly father and earthly kids, right? So for example, my kids, I wouldn't say conditional, right? But there are certain things that they have to do. They have to do to get my money. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, that's fair.
They can't talk to me however they want to. They can't be like, Dad, I need that money right now. You know what I'm saying? I need you to come up on $50 right now. You know what I'm saying? Hey, I need to go to the dentist right now. I need you to pay for this, right? Oh, I'm taking this Uber. Hey, I'm sending you the bill. They can't do that. You know what I'm saying? They have to come.
Why not? Can I ask why real fast? I just want to ask why, to see where your reasoning for that. Like, in this scenario, you can do it, right?
Yeah, I can do it, but will I do it? No, I won't do it because our relationship dictates a certain etiquette, right? Our relationship dictates a certain etiquette, right?
Then I would say you are normal. That's cool. I would say you're a normal dad, but I would not say you're an all-loving dad.
That is loving.
No, all loving dad. Is God not all loving?
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
If you don't think God's all loving, then we're honestly having a different conversation.
I do, but that's saying that's I guess that's suggesting that you know that if God gives you what you wanted, that you would do good with it. You know what I'm saying?
I would hope. I would hope the all loving creator of the universe would make me in the way that I have the fortitude to choose correctly. That doesn't take away my free will.
You will have that fortitude. And here's the thing. You will have that fortitude if you continue with God. I guarantee you, if you continue with God, and listen, I've been with God for a while, you know what I'm saying? And the more I'm with him, the better I am. The better I am.
What about the people that say they got better when they left?
By any stretch of the imagination, I'm far from perfect. You know
what about the people that left the religion and got better?
Better how?
I think I'm a better person than I was.
You do? How? You think you're a better person?
Yeah.
You think that you're a better person
I'm more God? No, I'm more caring to people. I don't think that it's up to God anymore. I try to actually help people. I try to teach people things that I think will improve their lives. I try to improve my life more by accepting, even listening to you. If I was where I was, if you weren't saying exactly what I thought was from God, I would ignore you. Mm-hmm. And that's what religions do to you. It doesn't allow you to fully be open to what's true because you're forced into whatever belief system that you have. That's why there's so many different denominations. You don't.
I agree with that. I do agree with that. Yes, I do.
But I'm saying, like, at the basis of everything, that's very important. Is that I am a better listener. I'm a better learner. I'm a more caring person because of those two things. Those two things alone made me more kinder to people. Mm-hmm. Right? Because I'll listen, I care. When I was religious, wait, you don't believe in Jesus? You better get saved, bro. You better go get saved right now. And if you don't want to listen to me about Jesus, you crazy. Yeah. Right? And this is what it kind of goes back into our the beginning of our conversation where I said it teaches you that people have to believe first. Yeah. And that's never a good recipe for getting anyone to the truth. I think the Bible, even if the Bible was true, it destroys itself.
Why? Tell me that. I want to hear that.
Because that's what I'm saying. It is so confusing that you have to believe it first. How many people aren't saved? Like I said, I'm playing this game with you. Say the Bible is true. How many people aren't saved because of this damn book can't just say stuff?
What do you want to say? I mean, everything is in there.
Did Jesus say Jesus was God or not?
It does.
It's an iffy statement. I can argue either way. Why isn't Jesus just walking around? I'm God. I'm God. I'm God. I'm God. I'm God.
Because that wasn't the point for him to come. That Jesus' first point wasn't to come to earth to say I'm God, right?
What is the point of Jesus?
He came to fulfill the Old Testament prophecy.
Yeah, for what though? What's the end goal? End goal. Let's just jump to the end goal.
The end goal is that all will come into repentance and knowledge of the Christ.
Thank you. What word did you just use?
What acceptance?
Knowledge and acceptance, right?
Oh yeah, acceptance.
Knowledge is the most important part of acceptance, right? So why didn't Jesus just?
That's not true. That's not true.
Wait, what?
Knowledge is not the most important.
How do you accept something without knowledge?
Trust is the most important.
The only reason I trust you is because I have the knowledge.
No, that's not true. That's 100% not true. My kids.
You never did stranger danger, bro. Stranger danger.
No. It's not because of knowledge. It's because of trust. I mean, of course, there's knowledge and trust, right? But if I don't know you, it doesn't matter what you tell me, right?
Yeah, you have to earn my trust, or other way around.
Exactly. So if I don't earn your trust first, then you won't even listen to me.
But that's the knowledge. Right? That's the knowledge part I'm saying. Maybe I'm messing up my wording, because what you just described. Now, correct me if I said it wrong, but you did just understand what I meant. Because
what you meant, but that's not what you said.
Okay, that's cool. Okay. So I am saying let me just say evidence. I need the evidence to trust you, which to me I thought would equate to knowledge.
Yeah, I see. I'm not gonna lie. I see what you're saying. I 100% see what you're saying. You make a valid point, right? You make a valid point that if you give me evidence, then I will trust you because you gave me correct evidence, right? And because I trust you because you gave me correct evidence first, then I will trust you more to give me more information. Therefore, I will believe in the information that you give me. Yeah. That 100% makes sense, right? That 100% makes sense.
At least we're on the same page, whether I use the wrong phrase, the same page. That's fine.
I 100%, I accept that. But that's not the same path. I don't believe that that's the same path for everyone, right? Because some people believe because the relationships from somebody else, right? They say, you know what, my friend was a Christian, so you know what, I trust their judgment. I know they wouldn't be lying to me, so I'm gonna listen. And because I listened, now I got the evidence that I needed to believe.
Right? Yeah, that's still fine though, because it's still the same concept as far as I trust somebody else because of the evidence I have to trust them, which makes me more. It's also
you don't believe now is because you don't believe the evidence, or you don't believe the evidence is credible, right?
Yeah, there's no evidence, right? Yes.
You said that there's no, so there is evidence. You just don't want to accept it.
Okay, let's be more specific. Evidence of what? What? Let's be more.
Are you saying that the eyewitness testimonies in the Bible are false?
I'm saying we don't know their eyewitness testimonies, which makes me question the story.
So why don't you know that they're eyewitness testimonies?
Just from the historians that know more about the books than me.
And I'm not a Bart Ehrman fan or whatever. I think he's one of the better scholars. He's not. He's an atheist right now, but he has studied this way more than I have, and he says that the Bible is accurate.
Hold on. Don't get me wrong.
I will say that the testimonies in there are accurate.
No. He says that it may be one of the closest things we have, but we do not have the originals.
The Codex Sinaitica.
We don't have the originals of the Gospels. If you want to take a moment to look it up real fast.
Oh no, I agree with you. Yeah, we have copies, but our closest copies come from still within 60 years of their original writings.
Yeah, and I am a person that believes even my mother died like 20 years ago, I think now. I would not even be able to give you word for word our last conversation, even though it was one of our most important conversations that me and my mother ever had.
What if you wrote it down?
A lot of those guys were illiterate.
But not the disciples. The disciples weren't illiterate.
I forgot one of the guys like supposedly couldn't even write. Peter, right? No. Somebody had to dictate for Peter, right? Let me make sure on that.
Somebody wrote an apostle, but I think that was because Peter was in jail at the time.
All right, I won't be.
I think it wasn't Paul of Tarsus. It says, dang, what's the verse? I Odysseus write this for
on behalf of.
I'm sorry, I apologize. Yeah. I should know better, but there's somebody who did write for Paul or for Peter, I think, while they were in prison.
Yeah, and that part's okay because even if we're both not sure, that it's irrelevant, really.
Yeah, that's irrelevant.
The point of the matter was the not knowing if Matthew, Mark, Luke or John really wrote it. So now I get that the book can still be telling as close as truth to possible, right? But for somebody that doesn't live in that time, I would think it's more reasonable to be like, well, wait, we really don't know who wrote these. Why should I believe the next thing now? Why did they even put names on it? No, I would rather them just say we don't know who wrote these, and then now the book's more honest to me. But the fact that people
that would make sense if this was 300 years from the time of those writings, right?
But why make it up at all? Why make it up at all?
2,000 years away.
No, but why did they make it up at all?
What do you mean?
Why add the names of Mark, Luke, John, and knowing that they didn't know who wrote them? Why?
They did know. Those people knew.
Well, no, that's the evidence that's shown that the first writings. I have to look it up. We probably have to get back to this because there's one more person. That they were written anonymous, and everybody during that time. This is some of my Bart Ehrman stuff I've learned.
They attributed those things, those writings.
They didn't know who wrote them. Yeah, they didn't know. Yeah. Okay. So
nobody ever seen him write the actual gospels and stuff like that.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I get that.
All right, but I'll let you. Definitely a good conversation. I hope you call back again. Yeah. So take care, brother. Thank you.
All right, you too.
All right. Yep. Nice. Another nice one, man. As long as people don't come in here acting fools, I'm good, man. Let me see. We got somebody who's been waiting quite a while. So thanks for waiting. How you doing?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you good.
All right, how you doing, brother?
Good, man. What can I call you?
Just call me Tank. That's my nickname.
Oh, you're Tank. All right, because you were in the Discord. I was like, Tank, come over here, man.
Yeah, like the army tank. I'm just not as big as one.
Oh, good, brother. What you got for me? I'm
So,
Jay, man. I'm Jay.
nice to meet you, Jay. So, I guess, man, I just have like a statement and a question. Um, Maybe like the deeper question is not simply like, can we prove God exists, but like, what's the best explanation for the best accounts for like the reality that we experience? And I wrote this down to like we live in a universe where we have conscious minds and we have, morality, moral truths that seem to like exist beyond our own personal preferences. So like for instance, if torturing an innocent child would be wrong, which it is, but every other person on earth like approved of it, like what grounds the moral truth that it is wrong besides ourselves? And then like likewise, if human value is not rooted in something beyond us, what makes every person equally valuable rather than our own human opinions? Like, if God is just like an imaginary concept, how do you explain the existence of objective morality? And I guess that's my question to kind of like simplify it. Like, if there is no God, then how do we ground moral objectivity if everything is just subjectively our opinion?
I do believe it is all of our opinion, which is to me the proof is just how the history, the recorded history we have, to me shows that there was never this point in time where we all just knew what was right or wrong. So I lean more towards this is all subjective, and the best ideas usually will win out because the worst ideas, those people just kill themselves. So our society has grown how it's grown now just because at the moment in time, what we have chosen as morality has been the best for our kind of people. 1,000 years from now, it could be different. I won't be here for that, but it could be different. So I won't be. It just is what it is. To me, it is obviously subjective, but that doesn't mean that we should not try to build societies from what we believe is the best. That is what we're doing. That's why I don't really judge the past. Really, sorry, you got a little louder background there. So,
no, you're good, man. You're good.
I don't usually judge the past because if I was born then, who knows? So it's just like it is subjective. People in the past thought what was right was right. I say we learn from them and don't hold on to what they thought was right, and we figure out what was right, what is right for us. Because what else are we going to do? Like, even if you believe in God, like think about when you look at the Bible, how many things in the Bible do you either have to pretend that they're okay or ignore? Oh, that's a little loud, brother. Sorry. Can you move anywhere else, man, or no?
Yeah, I'm in the garage now.
Okay. I get it. I got kids, man. I get it. Yeah. But yeah, go ahead. I spoke enough. But
So and one thing I want to say too is like I listened to the last two conversations you had with callers, and one thing I noticed is one, I do appreciate how thorough you are and how honest you are, because like I think there's like a misconception with how Christians should be, how do I say, like delivering God's mail to people. I don't agree with people that are like, hey, if you don't like, I've had people approach me that say they're Christians, knowing that I believe God, say, hey, like, hey, have you repented today? Make sure that, you believe in God. You're telling people believe in God or they're going to go to hell. Like, I think that's where people get kind of sometimes drawn away, is the approach. And I agree with that. But here's my rebuttal for that is God is not just saying, hey, hey, if you don't like, hey, go tell people if they don't believe in me that they're going to hell, and like, and that's the big like, what's the word for it? Like that's the choice. Like either you come to me and you live with me in heaven forever, or you go to hell. What he's saying is I'm giving you a choice to do what you want, but know that the world that you live in is corrupt, it is evil, it is chaotic. It can be beautiful at times, and I think we can agree on that, but for the majority part of it's corrupt. Like governments are corrupt. You got stuff like the Illuminati, whether people believe it or not, like people that sacrifice children, torture children, kids are being used in slums and stuff like that for like labor. I think what we need to work on as far as like believers in Christ, I don't call myself a Christian, by the way. I say I'm a follower of Christ because Christians have used God's word to implement crusades and implement all types of horrendous acts. But I think that says more about them than it does the actual word of God and what he wants us to portray. So I guess my point is like, I can respect that you don't you believe everything is subjective and that you don't believe in God, and you did your research and you took the time of years of time to consider it. But I would say maybe just like try to reconsider the fact that that's not what people should be telling you and others. Like, it's not just all about, hey, you're gonna go to hell if you don't follow God and that's it. Like, it's deeper than that. And free will does exist in my mind, because if it didn't, then we'd all just be robots. And when I heard you say something along the lines of like, we don't have any control and we're just experiencing this life, I kind of disagree with that, because
Most people
there are
do.
also all type yeah. Yeah, and I get like it's everybody has their own opinion, which also mine is subjective, but it's based on the objective truth that God, that one God is real, and that His word is true and all that good stuff. So, I kind of rambled there, but I guess my point is I want to speak about morality a little bit, because I feel like that is something that's it's labeled as a subjective thing, and I can't wrap my mind around everything being subjective, because if we all as a society decide tomorrow that murder is okay, and
we do.
torturing an innocent child is okay, then
We do
it's
think
okay.
murder is okay. We think murder is okay right now. We
So
just
that's what I'm saying,
the only thing we do is make an excuse to murder and call it something else. We're still murdering all the time.
Yeah, I agree. So my question is, because that's true, then how do we know that it's true, that it's wrong, besides our own opinion, right?
I am saying it's more proof that it's all subjective, because as a society, we have agreed that murdering is okay. Like, we have agreed that it's okay. Like, if we go to war tomorrow, we are agreeing that murdering people, it's okay. We just call it something different.
Well, yeah, they call it killing for self-defense. So yeah, I get what you're saying. Like, there are instances where that is okay in a manner. And
Yeah, we just make an excuse for it.
Well, for me, I see self-defense as like killing and then taking an innocent life as murder.
Well, then I would say, like, when I was a Christian, Jesus wouldn't have done that. Jesus would have died. Jesus would not have defended himself.
So what's your point as far as like? Are you
I'm saying that it's still all. No, I'm saying it's just still. I'm saying my point is, we look at the Bible and we use our subjective brains to figure out what we want to follow, because no one really wants to follow sacrifice yourself and die and not defend yourself. So of course we're not going to follow those teachings of Jesus, because it's all subjective anyway. If it was objective, why aren't Christians promoting to never harm anyone ever? That's not what Christians promote.
Like I said, I'm not a Christian. I'm a follower.
Okay, you're right.
I do promote that.
Yeah,
and I can't. No, and you're right, because Christians, that is a religion that they've created. And I think honestly, this is gonna sound funny coming from me, but hear me out.
Okay.
I do think that religion, the label, and like that the origin of that label, I do think that can be misleading. That's why I change it. And I tell my wife all the time, stop telling people that you're just a Christian, because as soon as you say that, they're either going to think of you in a positive way or a negative way, and then that conversation, man, it's going to go.
That's
like,
fair.
If you walk to somebody and say, hey, I believe in Buddha, or I believe in Allah, and I believe Muhammad is our savior, like,
they got preconceptions already.
Exactly. Yeah. So to your point, I would say defend yourself, because like, for an example, like if someone comes to, I don't watch him a lot anymore, but like there was this guy named Cliff that my friend used to show me.
Oh yeah, Cliff Nickel or whatever.
Yeah. He's I'm iffy about him, but that's a different story.
Yeah, different story. Yeah.
But he gave an example of his son gave an example of like, hey, if someone comes to your door, they knocked on your door, and they said, hey, this guy's trying to kill me. Can I hide in your house real quick? But please don't tell him I'm here. And then, like, when the killer gets to the door and they say, hey, have you seen such and such? I'm looking for him. He's my friend. And you say, no, I haven't seen him. Is you lying a sin, or is it something else because you just saved someone's life?
Yeah, I like that. I like that.
Yeah, and that's one thing I will say I like about his stuff, but we like I said, that's another story for a different day. But to get back to what you're saying, I'm trying to stay on the topic of God and why I believe He's true. I agree that humans do use their minds to interpret things. We all do, but I don't think that means that everything that we conclude is merely subjective. Like we use our minds to discover truths about reality and our perception of it. Like the question is whether I think the question should be whether the Bible is just a collection of human opinions or whether it actually is due to divine intervention and it pushes towards a truth that may exist beyond our own understanding. Like we
How
don't
would
know
we
anything.
how would
Go
we
ahead.
prove the difference? So you're telling me one verse is divine, I'm telling you another verse is divine, you're saying mine is wrong, I'm saying yours is wrong. How do me and you prove that the verse is divine?
The verse or a message that doesn't matter.
Yeah,
You're asking
I mean,
about
I don't
either one.
know. We can pick out something in the
Okay,
Bible.
okay.
It doesn't matter really.
So I guess my answer would be you can. I guess you can say you can identify the divine intervention, or the latter, or excuse me, or the opposite with you can't identify it every single time. Let me just be honest, because I'm not God. And even if God didn't exist, I'm not all knowing. I'm just not.
Yep.
So I guess I can be humble and say that Christians shouldn't automatically call every unusual event like a miracle, and we shouldn't say. I don't like when people come to me and say, God spoke to me today every day. Like, dude, I don't think I don't no offense. Not even I'm that close to God, and I'm trying to create a relationship with Him, but not even I have Him on a speed dial to where he does what I say or he answers what I ask because if he's all knowing and he exists and he's omnipotent and omniscient, then the way he approaches anything is going to be something that we can't even comprehend in the first place.
Well, that's
So
where I
guess
started questioning more, right? Is I'm told that God is beyond comprehension. So why should I not throw out the entire book? Because I am being told that this book tells me about God while being told that God is not understandable. Go ahead.
well, so and I like that question actually. That's a good question. Um, the Bible doesn't claim that humans can fully understand God, which we both agree that even if it's not God, whatever it is or maybe, we can't fully understand it. But it does kind of claim that God is revealed enough about Himself to us for us to know Him and understand why He may do something or not do something. So I
But
guess
do you
the
see the
question
problem there, though? Before
say
you
it
get
again.
your, I want you to before you give the answer, I want us to make sure because I think you're still saying the same thing there. Because I am saying we're already saying that man can't know God, which means anything written by man, it is better for me to assume that they're wrong about God. So even if a man writes down something like you're saying, it's still a man writing it down, which means I should look at it with high scrutiny when it's talking about God because we can't know God.
Okay, so I can agree with your first part. We can't fully comprehend God, so it doesn't logically mean everything humans write about God is automatically true or false.
Correct.
So I guess
But
my answer to that
shouldn't we take it like with a grain of salt though?
I give you one better. We should take it with the faith of a mustard seed.
Okay.
The faith of the mustard seed is so most of the time it's enough. And let me say this: if we say that anything written by humans could be wrong, right? That's true. But could be wrong isn't the same as is wrong. That's why we examine the evidence instead of dismissing it beforehand. Now, I can't go back in time to live with Christ, and which, by the way, a lot of philosophers and scientists have already approved of the fact that he was a person. Now, they debate as far as if he was a divine being, but they do agree that he was a person that lived and he was real, as well as Muhammad and so forth. So I
Okay,
think
let's
that's
start
what we
there,
can have the
right?
best faith to do.
Those are reasonable, right? I think me and you, without going through too much of a fuss, can say Jesus, Muhammad were real people, right?
Yeah.
I don't even think it's worth even fighting over that.
Right.
So now we start getting into the supernatural things, right? Do you believe Muhammad's supernatural things?
No.
Why?
Well, the thing is, now here's the problem I have with let me not say problem that I have with individuals who believe in Muhammad as a savior. Let me say this: I have a problem with the information that is given to us. Right? We're told that he is the Messiah, correct? Over Christ, and they say Christ was a what do they say he was? He
Prophet.
wasn't a Messiah, but yeah, he was a prophet, but not a Messiah. Here's my problem: Christ came hundreds of years before Muhammad, yet we're supposed to believe that Muhammad was a divine being and that everything that he said about Christ was right, but everything Christ said before he was even in existence is false. Like that's the part that people can never answer that for me. Why do people believe in someone or information about someone who didn't come until hundreds of years after the fact when Christ was already dead and gone? I don't get that.
Well, I would be on the same page with you on this time thing because, like I said, I disagree that people were able to write down Jesus's sayings 30 years after he died.
Well, can I ask you a question then? Because I feel like I'm talking way more than you, and I don't want to.
No, I want to hear you talk. Yeah, that's the whole point. I want to. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, cool. So I guess my one question I'll ask is, what evidence would you accept yourself that could like help distinguish genuine revelation from human invention, like humans making it up versus
that's
it
a good
actually being
question.
true?
I like this one because it's something I always would hope we would find is just like I'm a science geek a little bit. Like there's some Bible verse that Jesus talks about. Not even Jesus. I don't even care who it is. Somebody in the Bible talks about, I don't know, the equation for something that we have no clue about. Like literally some math that we still haven't found out, like, or whether we have found it out recently or not, right? Like that would be some amazing shit. Like if I read this 3,000, 4,000 year old book and then it solved this problem that we have here in our society, like for I don't know, the cure to cancer. Let's just say some shit like that. Like it's like, hey, mix these things together and cancer is cured. And then every time we do it, it works. I don't know if that's divine, but that for sure as hell makes me look at the book. Like that makes me like, what the hell just happened here? These people 4,000 years ago healed people 4,000 years later. That's never happened. Why? Like, if you really wanted something to transcend time, and these people really were speaking to God, and God's purpose of this book was for the knowledge to be transferred forward, which according to the scriptures it was. That's why Jesus says, I will build my church from, this foundation, paraphrasing there. But so obviously God wanted this message to go forward. Why wouldn't God have put something in these books to be like, oh, that is no doubt?
So when you say that is no doubt, do you mean like his word, like his existence? Like, what do you mean? Like,
I meant more doubt? Like just because, like, I look at how the Bible was, and Jesus performed miracles, right? So obviously, miracles are a big sign to prove you're divine, according to the Bible. So we're just shit out of luck, really. We're born 3,000 years too late, and we get zero miracles. And we're just told to just believe.
I've heard that before. That always interests me and intrigues me because they didn't say it as intricate as you, as intricate as you, but they did say like, how come we don't see miracles today? And I was like, damn, like let me go back and do some homework because I don't have a definitive answer because I'm not gonna lie. Again, I'm not 100% sure, but that question does always boggle my mind. Like, we have all these natural disasters and these chaotic things that happen and even beautiful things that happen. And then, someone will say, oh, that was a miracle. And I'm like, well, can you explain to me? I haven't got an explanation for that. So I guess that's another part that I can humble myself and say, like, I don't know everything and I'm still searching. And I understand your objection too, but I don't think God would necessarily make the Bible contain something that forces or fully like convinces someone to say this must be God, because even a miracle can be explained by someone who is like committed to another conclusion. Like the Bible doesn't actually like contain claims of miracles. The Bible does contain claims of miracles and like prophecies, But I guess the question is whether those claims have enough historical evidence, like you said, to be taken seriously. So,
which is tough, by the way. I think, like I said,
yeah,
it's tough for the Bible, but it's not my fault. Like it's tough that Jesus walked on water, but you can't prove it. But
well, yeah.
that's just something that you have to deal with and just be honest about, which should still make you question it. By the way, because
Yeah, and
in
just like
any
earlier
other,
I said, I
oh, go
too
ahead, go ahead.
question it. I'll just say a small part. I will be honest and say every day I don't question it as much as I used to, but I still ask questions because I'm like, okay, if I don't know it all, then I need to figure out what I'm missing. So I agree on that part.
Okay, but do you ever think we'd be able to prove that Jesus walked on water? No, right?
No, but let me ask you something. Do you think we'll ever prove that Lincoln got shot in the back of the head and his security guards were subdued? Like, we didn't see that, but there's historical documents and eyewitness testimonies, just like the Bible. Now, again,
I don't know. Do
I know
we
that
have
these
his
are not miracles.
do we have his doctor stuff? I don't know. I'll be honest with you. The Lincoln thing, I don't know if we have like records in the White House right now that talk about what they did to him.
And they probably won't let us. Like, it's probably in the Vatican, so they won't tell us.
No, I'm not gonna go there. No.
Let me ask you this: what evidence would what evidence would you expect if God really did reveal Himself? Like, and does the Bible?
Oh well, God would know what I would need. I think.
But how do you know if He presented it to you already and that you just missed it?
So then the question would be, and this isn't a dodge at all. So my question would be, do you think God knows exactly what it would take? And God is the better question is, do you think God is like the best communicator possible? That's probably a better question.
Yeah. Yeah. And
like if God wanted you to know, you would know, right?
Sorry.
No, you're okay. It's a delay. If God wanted you to know, you would know, right?
Yeah.
So with that, I think I would know if God presented it to me because I would just believe.
Well, if God is all-knowing, right? I urge you this. So let's pretend that you believe God is real, right?
Okay.
Then He would know exactly what it would take to convince everyone. But just knowing that, just knowing what would convince them or convince someone, that's not the same as choosing to remove every possible reason for doubt. Because if He did that, again, we'd just be robots following His every will. He has to give us, and that's why I think free will exists, because you had the. I understand what you meant when you said we don't have a control as to like what we come upon, who we're attracted to. I get that, but you still have a choice as to whether or not believe if the evidence is sufficient. Like, I can't make you believe that the evidence is sufficient.
Yeah, that's the part where, and you're not the only person that disagrees with me. Almost all my buddies disagree with me too. I don't think I choose which evidence is good for me. Like you just present some evidence to me, and then there's some chemicals that go off in my brain, and then it's like, I agree with this. And then somebody else will present something to me, and there's more chemicals that go up in my brain, and it's like, I don't agree with this. I literally have zero control over that at all. Like, I don't control that.
All right, sorry, brother. I gotta.
If you gotta go, call me back, man.
Let me say one. Yeah, I'll come back. Let me say one last thing. Is like, I hear people say this all the time about like chemicals. Question is this: if it's based off your chemicals, then how do you know you can trust anything?
Correct. That's why I think it's so important that we communicate with each other. Yeah, go ahead, bro. Take care. Appreciate it. Yeah. All right. Yeah. I'll just finish my statement real fast. Actually, I forgot it. Never mind. We'll just go to the next guy or person. Hey, what's up? Welcome. Thanks for holding.
Hi.
I am Jay. What should I call you?
Sorry, are you talking?
Yeah. It's you.
Oh, okay, right. I'm up. Okay. Hi. Yeah, you can call me Anthony.
Anthony?
Anthony.
Anthony. Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome. What you got for me?
Well, a couple of observations on your recent videos. So one was a stream you had done about what is it? The Matthew 27 thing.
Matthew 27. Let's see. Go ahead.
Resurrection of the
Oh
The
yeah,
most
yeah, the
old,
zombies. Yeah.
yeah. Well, I mean, zombies might be. I mean, they are supposed to be like bodily resurrected. So assuming they have like some kind of functional bodies and everything like that. I mean,
Yeah, I'm gonna pull up the
I think
verse.
like
I'm getting it off of the
yeah.
Chat GPT now. So the verse, unless you have the verse already.
But I could. I mean, I know the gist of it by heart pretty much. It's
All
like
right, all right, all right. We don't have to do that. I
um,
won't pull it up. I was
the
looking up the
tomb.
Chat
I mean,
GPT of
the
it.
tombs broke open, and then the saints the holy people were resurrected in body, and they appeared to many after the. I mean, they appeared in the city after the resurrection.
Okay.
I mean, the thing is, like, it fascinates me how much like the apologists try and kind of hand wave this away. Mike Licona, the apologist Mike Licona, I don't know how much you're familiar with him, but he basically took a lot of flack. I think he actually lost his position at some Christian university for kind of making this out to be some kind of something that's like merely metaphorical or
Oh,
something
okay.
like that.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's like someone trying to hand wave it away and all that, and they don't have a way to make it work because it's like it's not just hyperbole or anything like that because it clearly says it anchors it in a particular location at a particular time, like the crucifixion and the resurrection. So it's not like a reference to a future resurrection or whatever, the grand resurrection at the end and all
No,
that.
it was
It's all,
legit. It's supposed to
yeah.
be legit.
Yeah, it's supposed to be actual body resurrections, and I'm thinking I've been thinking about this one for a long time. I agree, this is a huge problem. I mean, the thing is well, first of all, just the event itself, right? The tombs are broken open, right? And there are these people who are resurrected. This happens at the time of the crucifixion, which is on around like Friday afternoon, and then on Easter morning, they start appearing to people after the resurrection, right? So basically, you have a period of about 36-ish hours between Friday
Oh yeah,
afternoon
that's
and
right.
Easter morning,
Yeah.
where you have like a bunch of tombs broken open all over the burial grounds, like many, not clear how many that is, but enough to be significant. All over the burial grounds, you have these tombs broken open, and you have these bodily resurrected. It's very specific about that. Holy people, saints, whatever,
Yeah.
just ambling about or
Yeah. What are they doing?
just hanging around, like doing
Yeah.
Michael Jackson's Thriller dance. I don't know.
Oh yeah, beautiful. Yeah, I like that one. Yeah.
And just like for 36 hours, and then start appearing to people. I mean, that's like problem number one. It's like Joseph of Arimathea is like bringing Jesus' body in on Friday, like before sunset. He has to do it before sunset. He has to like bury Jesus, and he's like he'll be burying Jesus surrounded by all these broken open tombs with like all these
Things walking around.
especially bodily resurrected, presumably linen wrapped, people all around, and no one notices this at all. Let alone, I mean, forget them, but like the city doesn't notice. No one notices this.
Yeah.
And
They
even then,
didn't
like
blink an eye,
afterwards,
man. Nobody
like
blinked an eye.
yeah, and you'd think also like they're resurrected, like freshly resurrected. So, what happened to them? I mean, one would expect they'd be part of like the early Christian community or something like that. But like, whichever Petrine epistle is correct, is authentic, doesn't mention them. Paul doesn't mention them at all.
Oh,
Like
that's a
no one
good
mentions
point.
them. Or
I forget
Lazarus,
about that. Yeah, like where did they go?
yeah,
That's a really good point. Yeah.
Yeah, you think like that would be a huge thing that would just be impossible to deny. But the first we hear about it, the only time we hear about it is in Matthew.
Yeah.
I mean that's one thing. And I've like posed this question, and like there are some ways of hand waving this away, or all sorts of extreme ways to hand wave this away. Another one I want to bring up was your very recent video about the book of about Job.
Yeah.
You reviewed a video about
Yeah. I did that one of those
something about,
today.
like, Job
Yeah.
and suffering.
Yeah.
So that's another thing, and that's kind of I've been thinking about this in the context of the I guess what I would call the problem of finitude, which is that basically you have all these limited things about like our lifespans, our experiences, and and the number of people and everything like that versus the infinity of God and the afterlife and everything. And this is another way to illustrate this, because see, like Job, right? He didn't suffer more than any person has ever suffered, right? He some family members of his were offed, and he got some boils. I mean, there are people who spend years
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
basically as like slaves, being raped on the daily, being tortured, being enslaved, all of that. Like spend their whole lives like that.
Yeah.
I mean, if you have suffered more than Job, like presumably many people have. I mean, I'm sure many people have.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
And then you lose your faith in God or whatever. Are you off the hook? I mean,
Yeah.
like, how is this like the threshold? Is what I'm wondering, right?
Yeah.
Like the thing is, like, is that the gold standard now? Is that if you make it to that point, are you okay? I mean, how do we know, for example, that Job wouldn't have cracked if he had gotten
Yeah.
one more?
Yeah, I
one
thought
more
that's where
boil
you're
on
going.
his-
Yeah.
One more boil on his one more boil on his ass or something like that. Like
Yeah.
if one more I don't know, one more
Yeah,
lesion
anything,
on
right?
his,
Yeah.
on his nose or something like.
What
that-
what if he loses another child that he just got his brand new family? Does he give up then? But for
the
sure,
thing is, like,
for sure, he
say-
didn't suffer as much as people have suffered that we even know
Yeah,
in our lifetime.
And the thing is, you can say, okay, well, maybe like God had middle knowledge or whatever, and he knew that. I mean, there's a whole thing about like exactly what is the, if God knows the circumstances under which what people will do in different circumstances and everything like that. I don't know if you're familiar with Molinism, like middle knowledge and all that. The middle knowledge theory.
No, go
But
ahead.
the thing is, like, if God, sorry, if God knows that Job wouldn't even crack under way more pressure, then and Satan is willing to take him at his word for that, like this is enough. Why not
Oh,
go
yeah.
far less? It just seems like very arbitrary, if you know
Yeah.
what I mean.
Yeah.
right?
Why did God say stop now? Or why did I don't even know if God
why
said
stop
stop now.
before?
It just stopped, right?
Yeah, why not just like stubbing his toe? It just seems like
Yeah,
this is not. Yeah.
These are good points. I like these. Obviously, I didn't think about most of these or some of these, but yeah, I like these. Those are good ones. Yeah, it's one of my favorite stories, man. It's one of the first ones I ever questioned. I mean, it's early, kind of early in the book, so it makes sense. Uh, but it's one of the ones I questioned a lot, and it started me digging into this. It also, I got to a point when I was trying to hold on to this, I was just like, oh, that God is a different God than the New Testament God. There's two gods in the Bible. I don't know if you heard that before, but it's one of the ones that started really crushing my belief in this because it just doesn't make any damn sense. It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, and by the way, have you seen the TV series Good Omens?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah. Did you see the episode about Job?
You have to remind me. It's been a while.
Yeah, there was an episode, I think in the second season.
Oh yeah, it's been a long
where
while. Yeah.
They do a kind of behind the scenes look at like what was going on in the heavenly bureaucracy when Job was being sorted
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
I put the episode name in the YouTube chat.
Okay. Yeah,
And
that's
also
good.
The video number, that's V equals the video ID.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's a funny one because they're discussing basically like hey if you give children to him again and
Yes. Oh God, you're gonna make me want to rewatch that. By the way, that's funny. Yeah.
it's very funny. I love that series.
Well, shoot. All right. That's Anthony, right?
Anthony, yeah.
Yeah. All right, brother. I know I talked to you before. I remember now. But
Yeah, it is actually.
yeah. Thanks for stopping in, man. I appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks for the
All right.
videos and everything. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Take care, brother. Thanks for the support.
Thanks.
Yep.
Bye.
Yeah, that's that's a good one. I like those ones. Those are some good points. I like when people watch my stuff and they're like, "Hey, man, you forgot this." I think that's cool. It means you're really watching, so that's cool to me. All right, guys. I think we did pretty well today. I think that was fun. 3, almost 4 hours. Now I'm going to ask for you guys' continued support. Don't forget to click your buttons. Let's get the likes all the way up there. And after you're done here, please go check out my video we were just speaking about. So if you guys go check that out, I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Thank you guys for that call. Thank you everyone that called in. Everybody was kind and respectful. And that's all I can ask for. We're going to have some disagreements. Just be willing to be open and listening. And like I say always, don't forget to throw away your feelings, open your minds, and question your beliefs. I'm Jay, everybody. So I will see you guys Monday now. But you'll have a video tomorrow. You have a video today. So you'll still get to see my ugly mug. Thank you very much. Peace.